welcome to the behind the scenes backstage with Mark and Tim because I can't mute us and also hear us, so we talk through the countdown.
How we have regressed.
What's that?
How we have regressed?
Oh, how we have regressed. Yeah, I don't think I have enough channels to pull it off anymore because a couple of those ports broke. So, like, I don't think I can rig it up that way anymore. It's just, whatever. It doesn't matter. People don't care.
Quality.
They're probably just laughing at us. It's fine.
It's very high quality.
Yeah, very high quality. Hey, you know, it's got that scrub quality to it. You know, high fidelity. Alright, hold on, I gotta get the link. What was it? Oh, the track. Is the track thing working? No, the track thing's not working. Alright, that was
I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay, let's turn that on. There we go. We've got some nice Mega Man music today. So,
Yeah, that's why it is scrub.
yeah. Okay, let me get the YouTube link.
Is the guy's Japanese name actually Stinger when at the end?
Oh, I don't know what the Japanese name is.
Oh, the track has it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I see it. Stinger. I don't know. It's tough to tell whether or not it's like a proper translation or not too, but yeah. That's a good point though. They usually are a little bit different. A lot of times the Japanese not Robot Master, but the Maverick names seem to be I don't know if they think it's cute or whatever, but they seem to kind of like change the cadence on the pronunciation of the names. Like Storm Eagleed. I don't think Eagleed.
Well, it's
is...
like I think it's like a triple pun always. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I don't think Eagleed is like the Japanese pronunciation for eagle. That doesn't make any sense. Like,
no.
Like they don't use the same word as we do. So it's got to be some kind of pun or something. Yeah. So I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Hey, hold on. I'm posting this shit now.
The track name is wrong. The R should be before the E.
What's what?
It's Stingren.
Yeah.
Stingren.
Whatever.
The R is before.
Whatever, man.
Sure.
It's fine. Whatever.
The official OST is wrong.
Yeah, hold on. I'm posting all the links and shit here.
Now I'm Rex.
Oh, I see. You sent it to me in DM. Yeah. Jetto Sutinguren. Jesus.
Yeah, silent. So.
Yeah, I can't. Oh shit! It's 0-0. Hold on. I was so busy getting all the links. Wait, did I post everything? I didn't post it. Hold on. Let me click the thing. Alright, we're already talking. It's fine. It's entertainment. Let's go. Fuck! Okay.
Welcome, fellow scrubs.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Here we go. Alright. There's the logo. Welcome back, fellow scrubs. We're working on Retro Mansion stuff today. And that is not a fan game. This is I don't know. It's just us. It's just us. We're doing things. We're making a game. Look, so he's bipping and bopping. He's moving, grooving. It's a game. Hey. It's a video game.
You got a HUD now.
Yeah, I did.
There?
So what I wanted to do, I kind of cheated. I used the HUD as a easy way to frame the camera to the right size to figure out what size I needed to have like an accurate example of what we're gonna need. So I retimed the animation a little. I made it so that the starting frame of the walk animation is the mid frame. So when you just tap forward, he doesn't go like full sprint pose. He just kind of like inches forward. Because I thought that was a neat little detail. Kind of like how Mega Man does it. I'm gonna consider putting in a slight pause before he runs, but I don't know if I'll keep it. But I do like the way that Mega Man feels in that regard. And this game's, you know, it's got kind of a horror theme, right? So you want to have some... I hate to put it this way, but you want some little nuance of clunkiness built in so that it doesn't feel like you're like fucking Superman, you know? Being able to like dash, jump off the fucking walls and go fucking nuts, because then that kind of dilutes the whole powerlessness feeling of the character. And in this game, you're not going to feel like completely powerless. I mean, it's still going to be
Just
Castlevania.
give him a dodge roll.
Give him a what?
Give him a dodge roll.
A dodge roll. yeah, it's going to be the Dark Souls of NES games. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're doing, right? That's totally it. No, I don't think it's going to end up like that. Definitely not that hard, like, for real, but I think you're going to end up with something that's relatively Castlevania-like in the end. You know, I think that's just kind of inevitable for the... Only if the enemy has disjointed hitboxes. Yeah, that's right? It's just, you know, the enemy has a swipe attack, and it's like 3 times as long as the visual shows. And it takes 70% of your life away, right? Yeah, that's what we gotta do. But yeah, so I retooled the walk speed too. I think this is more accurate to what we're gonna end up with, you know, in the long run. And I posted a little Twitter video. I retooled it a little bit since then, so it's a little different. But the HUD's different now too. That's all right. I showed it somewhere, and they had like a mini conversation about like what actually should be the health. Like, should it be a bar or should it be hearts? And I did the heart version like a while ago, so I just threw it in there to take a look at what it looked like. Like, it's okay. I mean, it looks obviously Zelda-like, so I don't know if I want to keep it, but I think it makes more sense than just having like the bar. And you can also fit more increments of health here, which
I think hearts look very retro.
They do, for sure. And I had, of course, the heart in the jar too, as the healing item that I doodled. So like, it sort of all kind of makes sense with that, right? I think it's all right. It's fine.
Just remember, every time you press up and attack, you deplete 1 heart.
Wait, you lose a heart when you press up and attack. Why? Oh, because I'm dumb. Never mind. Look, I'm half asleep today. Just fucking, that's it. That's fine. Ignore me. That's right. Castlevania.
That would be an evil weapon.
That would be fucked up if you had to sacrifice health to use sub weapons. That'd be really fucked. I guess it'd be like Final Fight then, because like it takes health to use your special attacks in that game.
Man, those enemies better do like 10 hearts of damage every time they attack.
Yeah. Dude, when I first played Castlevania, I was like, wow, this game must be easy. They're so generous with all the health that they're giving me. Like, every candle gives you health. Wow, that's great. Until I realized it has nothing to do with health. And that was your ammo. And I was so confused. I was like, wait, I don't get it. Why is it hearts? I mean, like, today we just accept it, that that's just the Castlevania thing. But honestly, I think it makes sense. And for 2 reasons. One, if you don't have that association that heart means health or whatever, you know, in a video game, heart also means courage. And part of the theme before, like in the prototype stage of Castlevania, there was more heart imagery than that. So like, there was, you know, Haunted Castle? That was basically the plot of Castlevania before they removed the damsel in distress. Because you can find items in the game that were unused, such as like a love letter and stuff like that. And so I had all this like heart imagery. So I think honestly, they were playing more on hearts represent courage and love. And so like, your fighting prowess of course increases the more courage you have. That's my interpretation of it. I think that might be what they were going for. But then video games just started using hearts as health, and so then the confusion arises. But at that point, it was still very early in the NES days, so it's like, they weren't really that standard, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
And then you learn the game gives you no health refills.
Yeah, you think, oh wow, this is great. They give me health refills all the time, and then you realize they don't give you any. Yeah, not that kind of game, boy. Alright, chat says, because say if you find a pickup item that gives you extra defense, you can alter the look of the heart? Alter the look of the hearts. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And then, let's see. And you can visualize it on the health bar. I see what you're saying. So, like, yeah, like if you say the maximum health is this, but then you get an upgrade that gives you more than that, like you could change the hearts to look hardier or something. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You could change the look of it to make them look tougher or something. Yeah, that could actually be done. Kind of like in Mega Man Zero, where they add the extra layer, the colored bar on top of your health bar when you get like double health and stuff. Yeah, those are cool. So charismatic. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad Ricky's coming off as charismatic, or the game itself is. I think I don't know. Like, obviously this is still like our prototype look, and I'm not like super satisfied with it, but that's fine. I mean, this is common for video games to go through several iterations of graphics before you finally, you know, hone in on the real style. I think the floor kind of works pretty good. The picture frame's really good, actually. So, Tim, your rendition of the picture frame, I really like that. I think it looks really good. I don't like my pillar very much. I think it doesn't feel right. I do like the baseboards here, but I think the dresser here is too gritty with the dithering and stuff. Like, it doesn't fit the rest of the stuff.
I'll give you a cleaner version of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. And we could, yeah, then we could update the tile data in real time too.
But, you know, you wanted it to be more like a haunted mansion, so I thought you could be pretty at it.
Yeah, I just think that having the dithering in this case where it's so sparsely used makes it stand out as being a little strange. That's just my interpretation of it. Also, it doesn't like fit with the cleanliness of the thing. I think we can do other things to make it look dirty, other than necessarily dithering. But
I mean, there's one simple solution here.
What?
You dither more. Come on.
Oh, just dither more. Yeah, you could dither everything. Like not we, but I dithered this part. I know you don't really like the look of it. I'm not like super keen on it either, but I mean, you can use it to show some shadowing, but I think like just having it all around the rim like this, it's strange that it's like only here, right? Like you would kind of expect it to be everywhere else, but I don't know. Like, look, I'm not the most artsy guy here, so I can't imagine how you would incorporate dithering like without just doing the highlights. I don't know.
Just put it in darker spots, you know, the edges of the highlights.
Yeah, that's possible.
Is it here? No.
I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually.
But it's basically an NES, so it's like, how many colors do you have? So eventually you will lean on dithering.
Oh yeah, you'll need it for certain things for sure, especially when you want to get shades in between shades. Because, like, I mean, this is the darkest the green gets, so if you want something between black and dark green, you're just gonna have to dither it. You know, and here I mean, this isn't really strictly dithering, but it's like comb dithering, so it's sort of a similar effect. But yeah, I think we'll be tweaking it for a while now. But I think, in general, my 2-second thought is because Ricky looks so flat and clean, that he feels like he fits more on the flat floor and like the carpet and stuff than he does against a dresser, you know what I mean? So I feel like if we go like heavy dithering, we're gonna end up with like having to do like Castlevania style graphics where like it looks more shaded on the character. So if you have like heavy dithering here, but the character has like just flat colors, it just has this weird dissonance to it. Where like the candles here and your picture frame and the floor all look like they fit with Ricky. You know what I mean? Like, do you get that feeling too, or no?
I mean, the character's really cleaner, yeah.
Yeah. It just kind of seems to work better. And of course, Cruz's face is there. I guess that might also be altering my perception too, to see like Cruz's portrait in the background along with it. But I really do like the way this picture frame works. It looks very nicely rendered. So I think that's actually like our best piece of background art right now, which made me think of like if we could do stuff more along this lines, and maybe that would fit better. But yeah, I mean, we'll be going back and forth on that for a while, so I don't have to make any determination right now. But I just figured I'd bring it up since we have the room here constructed, and we can. Oh my god! Wait, hold on. I had the tracks on random. It hit the times up already. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that possible? Like, we just got here. All right, hold on.
Free starts, free stats.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna get an extra 15 minutes out of the playlist. How about that? You get bonus time today. So Yay. Just put it back at top. Okay, so chat says it is following up the whole heart thing. If you find an old helmet from some armor and put it on, then you could make one of the hearts look like it's armored by currents. Hold on. Something's in my throat. Oh, you know what? Dude, and maybe because the seasons are changing, but I'm getting stuffed up real bad. Okay, let me try reading that again. If you find an old helmet from some armor and you put it on, you can just make one of the hearts look like it's armored by calling it silver and adding bolts and stuff. Yeah, there's things you could do like that. I was wondering, and part of the reason that I have like the quarter hearts here, I was wondering if instead you could just take less damage. You know what I mean? Instead of adding health to the bar, you could just take less damage because you've got like quarters of units and stuff. That was my original intention. But either way would be fine, I guess. I think it would help you feel a little more empowered if you actually took less damage visibly, because that it's like your life didn't change, but you're just taking less. And I don't know if you would. I wouldn't want to start you out with a full double set. I think you'd start off with maybe like 3, and then each health up item you get, you can add one more. I guess the other thing would be, would you want to stack them next to each other, or no? I guess it makes sense to have them vertical. It'd be easier to read how much life you have left if it's vertical, because then you count in a straight line, where if there were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'd have to count horizontally and vertically to get your total. That'd probably be more confusing at a glance. Yeah, I would probably stick with this. But whatever, that's another day. Hey, look, we're supposed to be doing camera work today. So, my intent was to create a basic camera system, and the idea here is that you could section off certain areas of the map where the camera only follows within that certain thing there. Question from chat. Do you want to make the max hearts visible way before the player can get that? Yeah, that's the other thing too, and that's what I was wondering. Because just having the health bar be this size and this orientation, so let's go back to here for a second. If for some reason you don't start with max health, but the game starts off looking like this, it's pretty obvious that you can get a full set of hearts that way, right? I mean, yeah, you'd see the orientation of them. Even if you did this, even if you put them in the center, I still think there's so much space around it that people would be like, okay, it looks pretty obvious that like you can get more, right? Because why would you have, I don't know, maybe not because the items are like over here. I don't know, to me, I would be suspicious because there's so much space here that it may turn into a double bar eventually.
The centering doesn't make it so obvious.
It doesn't, but the amount of space on each side does make it potentially suspicious. Like if I was playing the game, I'd be like, maybe? I would suspect that perhaps that might be the case, but I wouldn't be so confident as if I saw it like this. And furthermore, you get the same effect by this, you know, or even if it was centered. The fact that there's you see the bottom of the health meter here, and there's more, like that really makes you feel like, you know, oh, okay, you'll be expanding this eventually. And furthermore, again, even if you did put this up here, the fact that there's this big gap here, it's the same thing. It's like, why is the health bar so small? Well, because it's going to expand down, obviously, to meet the rest of the HUD here. So, like, I feel like it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, unless you just make one bar that doesn't have visible increments in it. Like Castlevania games just have an HP bar, and you just take less damage, so you take less off your visual bar when you get hit. But I do like having concrete increments for old games, because that was when Castlevania got like really nuanced with their RPG stats. But the old Castlevanias didn't have that; they had actual bars. It just never changed throughout the game. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not true. Simon's Quest changed. The bar got bigger as you went through the game. The bottom heartboard... I know it's off-center. I just did it quick to illustrate. The point is the gap here makes it suspicious that you're going to get more health because there's nothing else there. I also just... FYI, this is not a finished HUD by any means. Yeah, I wasn't gonna save it like that anyway. I wouldn't show them empty unless you have them, because you want to know what your max is. So if you started the game with 3 hearts, it should look like this. If you wanted to keep the extra space. And then if one was missing, it would just look like this, so that you know it's 2 pieces of information. One, I have 2 hit points left, but the second piece of information is I have a maximum of 3. I would definitely want to do something like that. But yeah, I don't know about the expansion. It's really tough, because what do you put there? If it's just blank space, like the player knows it's going to get expanded, right? I mean, whether the blank space is here, or if it's between these 2 bars or whatever, I don't know. It's a complicated thing. I think it's not necessarily helpful to hide that, but there are ways to obfuscate it. So let's just pull up good old Link to the Past. Let's go to the Google. Link to the Past. Images. Is this? Yeah, this one's alright. Okay, here we go. Here, your wife. Actually, it's kind of centered, isn't it? Man, maybe I was thinking of a different Zelda game. Yeah, considering that it's centered, the label is centered here, you can kind of get an idea. Even if you only had 3 hearts, you can get an idea of how many the maximum would be. Until you get to the second row. The second row is not as obvious, but the first row is actually very obvious as to how much is likely to be your maximum. So that's a bad example, actually. Am I thinking of Zelda 1? No, it's got roughly the same orientation, so it's not that one. Let's see.
The position of the light bar also matters. Like in negative X1, you don't really know how tall your light bar is going to get when it first start out.
I think X is a curious case where there's no expectation that it'll grow, but if you look at it carefully, it is shorter than Classic's bar, and it's in the same position, so you could, when thinking about it for a minute, expect that, okay, maybe it will extend up to the top of the screen like or near the top of the screen like classic games.
Yeah, but you don't really expect the game.
Yeah, there are other games that have life bars of similar sizes that wouldn't have grown, so yeah, you could definitely say, oh, it's just a condensed HUD, like, you know, it's not super obvious. Yeah. I don't know. It's a little hard because we don't have the HUD on the screen, and that's intentional for two reasons. One is to keep the gameplay area clear and clean, which is always good. But also, the game is actually widescreen. Like, it doesn't look it so much when you look at it this way, but if I turn the HUD off, now it becomes really apparent that the game is like super widescreen. Like, it's a full 16:9 aspect. Oh, excuse me, the 16:9 aspect ratio. But that kind of dilutes the retro feel of it. So my solution was, okay, well, just put the HUD on the side, and then now it actually looks less widescreen, and it looks a little more retro that way. It's almost not really an optical illusion, but you don't think about it as much when you look at it. It just kind of works. I think it's a good trick to make it look more retro without it actually technically being that. So, oh, if you're wondering why I'm standing in the air, it's because the physical size, or the physical layout of the thing doesn't have to match the visual. Oh, that's something I think I did off stream. I posted about it on Twitter, but I put a toggle that I could turn the physical appearance of the tiles on and off, so I could tell what are walls and what aren't. Now, we could do this like we have through gizmos, and you can see the green line, so you can tell where the wall is here. And you can also get like the player trails. But the key difference is that you can't use these debug lines in like an actual build of the game. It only works in the editor. So if I were to want to make a build that I want to debug with, but also not have it tied into the editor, I can keep this feature on that just turns the tiles on and off. And that's one way that I could do that. It also is a little easier to interpret here. Like, you can clearly see what is and isn't actually land here. So anyway, but yeah, what are we talking about? HUDs? Yeah, the fact that it kind of letterboxes the game into looking more retro. That was another intentional decision. I really like the look of it, to be honest. Not necessarily the design of the HUD, but the fact that the way it letterboxes it actually comes off really clean to me. I like it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's related, I guess, because camera is also part of the HUD. But yeah, so the other reason that I put the HUD in the game right now, or at least a placeholder of it, is exactly because the camera needs to. Let me just move this here. Get it on its own, because I need to make sure the camera is not the physical camera that's in Unity in terms of size, but is the intended viewing area. So I want the HUD to not count as part of the camera size when we do this camera system. And in order to do that, there's no better way than to actually force myself to do that by putting in something that requires me to do it. So yeah, that's the goal today. I guess we'll see how far we can get. I don't think we're gonna finish it, but I'd at least like to start it. So I do have this. We're probably gonna replace this. This just follows the character. Just a generic follow script, and that's fine. But we're gonna have to put in a camera controller. Yeah, okay. Game camera controller, and then we'll use this as kind of like the basis for all this. Oh, I switched back to Visual Studio, by the way. Since last stream, I couldn't get Visual Studio Code to debug my game anymore. I fixed that by not using Visual Studio Code anymore. It's fine. Visual Studio had an issue for a while too, and that's why I switched to Visual Studio Code, but you know, whatever. I'll ping pong back and forth between them as they stop working, right? That's fine. That's intelligent game development. Let's see. I don't know if I want to make like a singleton out of this. And so a singleton's just like a single instance of a script, that there's only one of them. I don't know if I want to do that or not. It would be convenient, but I want to try to avoid that, so let's see. There might be other ways we can handle this. Take this out and everything like that. But I do need system. There's not going to be too much code here right now because this is kind of more or less just here to denote that this is a camera controller and it's something to lock onto. But we will want to do... Yeah, you know what? Let's do a namespace. Game camera. The reason I want to do that is twofold. One, because it's nice to keep everything organized through namespaces. Makes things a little easier to find and to track. But also because I want to put an enum here. So, camera... target mode?
What kind of weird animals that?
Wait, what's that?
Enum, what kind of weird animals that?
Oh, you dumb. I would say none, so we have a no target. Follow, transform, and I mean that's good for now. And we can just put a public... Oh, I'm sorry, no. Well, do we want it? Yeah, we want it public. That's fine. We can do that. No, actually, I take that back. And I'm thinking like 10 steps ahead here, but we want to do a serialized field of a private camera target mode, which is underscore camera target mode. And I'll show you exactly why I want to do this here. And we're going to initialize this to going to be none, and then we can set an editor. Well, the reason I made this private because we will have a public one. However, whenever we change this value through script, we may want to do other things with it. So if you want to just get the value, cool, we can just get the value. But if we want to set the value, this is where it could get a little more complicated. Right now we're just going to set it like this, but we could do other code here. Say, hey, it was none and now it's follow, but maybe we want to check to make sure there's an actual transform that it's following and throw an error when we do that. Maybe there's some additional steps we want to validate here, because another script could come in and start changing this. But if you just let it change the raw value, you don't have any protection or any validation at runtime to do that kind of stuff. So,
you don't have any protection?
What's that?
You don't have any protection?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
I said you don't have any protection.
What do you mean protection?
You said that.
Well, you can't protect this value. In other words, like if something came in and just changed it to something else, like the rest of your script won't be notified of that change. But here, at least you have the ability to send out a notification or reconfigure something or do some sort of data validation before that gets set or after that gets set to, get it ready. So like the example of if I set it to follow transform, here I could under this, if camera target mode equals follow transform, then I could say, validate that there is a follow transform, and make sure that there's actually something to do here. And say if there is nothing set, then you can throw an error and then, post a notification to the log, or you could maybe revert it back to what it was beforehand, something like that. I foresee the need for that in the future, and that's why I'm setting this up ahead of time. So,
I just found the phrasing funny.
What's that?
I just found the phrasing funny.
Oh, the phrasing funny. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. And because we do this, we want to do a protected void on validate. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't qualify this. Only under Unity Editor do you want. And it kind of like on validate, reset, stuff like that. You want to keep that in editor only. So what I want to do here, because you could change this in editor and it won't go through all of this validation, the easy way to make sure that does that is that whenever you change something, you just filter it through here again in the editor, just because this fires off every time you change something in the editor. So then you just take whatever the serialized value is from the editor and send it through. It's a little redundant because it just sets itself back to itself, but then it will execute all these additional steps that you want in here. That's an easy way to validate. So I like doing that. I find that to be pretty effective. And also on reset. Reset happens when you, well, click reset here once it compiles. Come on. Well, it's pretty sluggish. Oh, something's wrong. It didn't show up. Serialized field, private. Camera. Yeah, wait, how come that didn't show up? Is there an error? No error, but it doesn't show up. So, okay, you know what? I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna add it back. Game. Oh, it doesn't register it as like a proper thing. Hold on, something's up here. It's not, oh wait, okay, where is this file then? Something's jimmied up here. Game camera controller. Okay, like did I save it? Did I not save it? How come it's all jimmied up? Camera. Yeah, it's not here. Why is that? That's weird. Typically when it doesn't show up, it's because you didn't give it mono behavior. But it clearly has mono behavior. Strange. Don't know. Alright, you know what? We're gonna cut the code here. Save it. I'm gonna delete this and remake it. I really don't know why it's doing that. If it still does that after we remake the file, then we know something's goofy. Yeah, and of course it's reloading because it didn't exist anymore. So let's try this again. Game camera controller. Okay, and then we can click it and open it, and I'm just gonna paste it back in. Game camera controller. The other thing is if these aren't typed the same, it'll also have a problem with that. Controller, it looks okay. Looks alright. Well, let's see. I have a feeling that maybe the meta information got messed up somehow.
Over a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's there now. I don't know. I think the meta information got fucked up. So here, whenever I click follow, or whenever I change this, and on the inside, it's actually going through and doing this. Like, it's not really doing anything important right now, but eventually it might have something we want to do with it. And then here's the reset. So if you click the 3 dots, here's the reset, and that will cause this to go. So whenever I change it, this goes, and whenever I reset, this one goes. So actually, I stupidly didn't realize that it was just called reset. So like some of my old scripts had a reset command that was actually being used in runtime, and that was bad. That was really bad. So just avoid that. Because this will get called by, if this exists at all with this name, it will get called by the editor when you reset up here. And reset also happens when you add a component. So when it first gets added, you can think of it as like an editor initialization. It will actually do it here. So let me remove it. Just to exemplify, if I do this and say that it's gonna initialize, yeah, camera target mode, right? Yeah, it's gonna initialize this to follow automatically, where it was none before. This should cause it to change to follow as soon as you add it. And yeah, see, there it is. So this is kind of like a initialization setup. And if I go to none here and then hit reset, it'll go back to follow. So it's handy. It's good. It's good. It's definitely something you wanna do. No, we don't need two. Obviously, we don't need two camera scripts here. So I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Yeah. So we've got that set up. That's kind of all I really need about that for now. We will do more diagnostics on that. And then the other thing, we gotta just think for a second. Let's use our brain power. Think, Scrubs, think. We gotta think, how is this gonna get set up in the game? So the basic idea here is that we want the camera to be contained within a camera zone. So let me do a little quick scribble here. Let's say that our camera, you know, I'm gonna do this on another layer. It'll be way easier. Camera layer. This is our camera, right? Like, that's our game view. And then I'm gonna do one more here. It's gonna be camera zone, or let's call it zone. We know what it is. We want to lock the camera to zones. So when we have the camera here, it should be able to move within the zone, but it shouldn't be able to exit the zone. It should bump and stay here. Even if the player goes off the screen on the top, you want it to only follow as much as it can inside the box, inside the zone. You don't want to let it to go out. So that's goal number one. We want to do that. But goal number two is, let me get my box back here. We want to be able to also do this, where we have multiple camera zones. And so once you get here, that you can transition from here to here, and then it's stuck inside here until it's told to snap over to here. So this would happen in the course of one frame. You'd snap from one side to another. So what you would do is you would say, here, let me make this a little more apparent. This is zone A and zone B, right? You've got your camera. It's attached to zone A right now, and it cannot move outside of zone A. Then you say, hey, camera, you are now attached to zone B. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. But now I'm outside of zone B, so I'm going to snap. I'm going to update and snap right inside of zone B, you know, at the most appropriate spot. And then it can move inside of zone B, and until you tell it to go back to A or whatever. My expectation is, when we build the map for this game, we're going to be building big chunks of multiple rooms into the map. And then it'll be kind of like each area might be its own file or own scene. And so we'll have all the rooms laid out, and then we have to lay out the camera sections. So that, or the camera zones, so that we can go from one to another. So if you're walking here, so there's a door between these two rooms. Camera's here. As soon as you walk over here, the camera needs to snap over here, and then we activate all the enemies inside of room A. And then, you know, the camera's locked until you find another exit to their room. Something like that. So that's the basic idea. I'm trying to think of... I'm guessing then the camera zones will have to be game objects. with a script attached. That's a camera zone. And then trying to think of how we would do this. Like the best way to do it. Because you want to attach the camera to the zone, but maybe it might be the other way around. Maybe the camera captures the zone information and the zone is just there. Like it doesn't know who's inside of it necessarily, and the camera needs to know which one it's attached to, but the zone might just be there. Like it's just kind of like a marker to lock onto. And it's got the data for what its dimensions are, but then the camera captures the zone and then processes the information inside of itself. I think that makes more sense. And that way you don't have two things necessarily managing multiple sets of data for the same process. Just the camera will lock onto that. I think that makes sense. It could, at the very least, it could be less complicated that way. So you have kind of like one script controlling kind of the entire operation, and it's just referencing data from the other script. I think that works. I think we'll start with that idea. So yeah, game camera, I said before, might not have much in it. Well, that changed. This is probably going to have most of the information in it, or most of the code in it, and then the camera zones will be different. So let's start by adding a camera zone and getting that set up, and then we can start coding between the two. So I'm just gonna right click up here and game object, create new, and say camera zone test. And so we're gonna have camera zone controller. Okay. We'll open her up. And it is going to be a mono behavior, and we don't really have anything in here right now, and that's okay. We don't need anything right now. It just needs to exist for the moment. And so we can start, now that we actually have these things, like, you know, they actually exist, we can start coding between them and say that here we have now serialize field private. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let us add this game camera namespace to our camera zone. And this is what I mean when it means it's a little more organized when we do this. Now we know that these things are related, for one. And number two, it will help IntelliSense, and that's when you start typing in autofills. It'll help find things because it'll look inside the namespace first. So camera zone controller, and we'll say it's a camera zone. And like before, we'll just do a public version of this, because I'm definitely confident that we're gonna have to want to validate on when we get something else set here. So get, pretty simple. We'll just get camera zone. Only set, we want to, number one, we want to figure out if the value coming in, the new camera zone, is valid or not. And if it's not, we want to return, I would say what we'll do is we'll set camera zone to null, and then we'll throw an error. Just a warning is fine. We'll do this only if it's in the editor. Unit T editor. You still with me here, Tim? You've been awful quiet. Oh, okay. I didn't know if if something bounced or whatever, and I just haven't noticed. That's alright. Kind of just explaining what we're doing for now. So this, let's see. Attempted to set camera zone with a with an invalid camera. Oh, you know what? Here's my new my new tip. You can do name of, and then just put this in here. And if this name ever changes, if I just want to call this, if I want to rename this, where is it? Rename it. I just want to call it like Zubats are cool. Look at it changes over here, and now your error message doesn't say the old name anymore. Obviously, we're gonna undo that, but you did. Oh, that's the old Visual Studio Code controller. You had to press Control K, and then you had to press S to save all. For whatever reason, very different in Visual Studio. It's Control Shift S. You're gonna be hearing that ding all the time until I get used to it again. I don't think you can hold the name of this though. I don't think it'll let you do that. That would be really cool too, if that ever changed. But let's see. Let's try it. Name of. Yes. Oh, really? Does it actually work? Well. Hey, you know what? We're gonna intentionally set this to like something that's not valid, just to see what this does then. With an invalid camera controller. There. So, yeah, attempted to set that with an invalid camera zone controller. And that's it. And so this is actually a better example of this validation. Then it returns. So, but if it's good to go, then camera zone is going to equal the value that comes in. It's getting set. Looks like there are no problems. Set the value. Or set the internal value. Put it that way. So this way we'll have control and script to set it to something that we want. Have some validation here. We can set it through the we can set it through the editor. So we'll have to do this here. I'm not, let's see. Let's make this null by default. I'm not gonna bother sending it through here, I think. We don't want to necessarily cause an error every time you add a script. You could put this in reset, but this will cause this error to show up because null is a non-valid value. So it will show this every time you add a script or reset a script, and I don't think it's wise to do that necessarily. Or you know what? Now there's no value to it because we're not doing anything interesting when it's null. So we don't have to have it here. But if you did want to do it, if you absolutely wanted to say I need this to happen, I need this validation to happen, and I'll do it here as an example. I absolutely need this to happen on reset, but I don't want this warning to show up on reset. Here's what you do. Private bool is inside reset. When you first start, you set it to true, and when you're done, you set it to false. And then what you say is if you're inside reset, or if you're not inside reset, it's the only time that you show this warning. I have to do this when serializing too. There's serialize and deserialize and stuff like that. And that can really piss Unity off. If you try to throw a warning while you're serializing or deserializing an object, it will get pissed. So I have to do this tactic for serialize and deserialize. But this is good to have here. I mean, since we put this, I'm just gonna leave it since we set it up. But this is good to have here because if this ever does change, and there ever is a need to validate it with something, then, you know, it's all here. It's ready to go, and I don't have to add it here. I don't have to worry about forgetting about it. You're gonna hear that all the time. Yeah, okay, so that's a good start. Now we can link it to a camera. It doesn't do anything yet. The zones don't do anything yet, but at least we can link it into that, and that's good. That's a valuable.
If you're curious why I was quiet, I was looking around the Twitch moderator screen. I was looking at the Twitch moderator screen.
You are? You're looking at the moderator screen?
Yeah, because it has expansion.
I'm sorry, hold on. Look, I'm half deaf now. I can't hear, so I gotta turn the music down because it's just really hard to hear you. So I apologize. Okay, say that again. I gotta turn you up here.
I said I was looking around the Twitch moderator screen because
Yes.
I had to take an action.
Yeah, so you were.
Spam.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it. Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay,
Because usually Larry takes care of that. I think.
Yeah. I just kind of. I can do it here too through the Restream app. Like it says, add the block list and chat. I think that gets rid of it. Yeah, it does, and it removed the chat message off my side. Yeah, well, whatever. I appreciate that though. To keeping an eye on that.
I'm
I
not
don't.
sure how the Restream both handles it now.
Yeah, I don't know if Restream actually like deletes it or if it just removes it from my view. I don't know. Well, if we get another one, let me know and then I'll try it and then you tell me what happens. Because honestly, I don't even open the Twitch app anymore. Because the Restream takes all the chat messages from YouTube and everything and puts them all into one. So, want to get banned to do what that bot did, yeah. Now, what's that? Ban this guy too? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't
Still
ban
on
you.
the. I see the same message a few days ago.
Oh yeah, I get those all the time. Like every streamer gets flooded with those fucking things. It's the same thing.
I banned that statement.
Oh, you banned that entire message?
Yeah.
Oh, that's. See, you got big brain there. I didn't even think about that. That's big brain.
I saw Larry doing it with a slight different variation. So, like, let's put this one in.
Okay, that's cool. That's Galaxy Brain. I like that. I didn't even think about it. I knew in the back of my head that you could ban certain words and phrases, but to use it for that, it's actually pretty creative. I like that.
I'll leave it from Discord log as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Notes whether or not the script is being reset currently. Or wait, let's see. Notes whether or not we are in the reset process. How about that? And then I can look at this and see how it gives you the note here if you do this summary. Then you can know what it is. So like if this ends up getting to be a huge script and it's all the way down here and I don't see it while I'm here, I'd be like, wait, what the hell is this? And then I wrote my note and then I can see the note. It says notes whether or not we were in the reset. I should say mono behavior. Mono behavior reset process. Because who knows what the hell a reset process is? I could have a different reset process.
Why is a reset process?
Why would I have a reset process?
I'm joking. I'm saying.
Oh.
Why? What is it?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have that, and this way we can set it. Because if you do this serialized, this means you can set it in the editor. But when you do this code accessor, they call these accessors because it accesses something else. You can't serialize this. It just doesn't work. Like they don't allow it. Like whenever you have like custom stuff on setting and getting a value. So you have to make a value that actually holds the data. And then this one's like a proxy for it. So you have to do both of these. But you want it to be private so they can't fuck with the original. They have to go through this from the outside. you know, if someone's accessing it from a different script. They have to go through all these roadblocks, so to speak, and then in editor you'll be editing this one. And again, that's why you have to do this here. You have to feed it back through the proxy in order to get all this validation to happen automatically. It's a little loopy, but I think it's very powerful to do it this way, because then another script can't just come in and start changing this without the rest of the script being adjusted for it. Because let's say you get in a situation where if you change camera zone, you should then change 5 other properties in order for that camera zone transition to work right. We don't have to worry about that when you do it this way, because all the 5 steps can be done here. I mean, if reasonable. Or it could tell you, like, hey, look, you have to do step 1, 2, and 3 before you set this value, all right? And, you know, print that out into your debug. Because, I mean, if you're the only one on the project, it can be, you know, pretty easy to keep track of stuff for the most part. And to know what something's supposed to do. But what if I hand this off to Tim, and Tim's, like, making camera zones, and he sets the camera zone and it just doesn't work? And then he looks in here and there's nothing here. And he's looking, he's like, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why he set it up this way. Yeah. So it can really help to do that kind of stuff. Where Tim's like, what the fuck was he thinking? I don't understand what he's...
Yeah, what you think?
Yeah, I don't know half the time, man, I'm telling you. But, and it could make sense. See, that's the thing, like, you have to assume that it makes sense, that the programmer is not doing something wrong, necessarily. It's just that you may not understand where their headspace was when they wrote it. Because you could write this code in, like, 10 different ways. You know, you could set it first and then validate, instead of checking the value. Or you could do some other stuff. Or you could set this null all the time at the top. So, oh no, I don't have my line mover? How do you move lines now? Uh-oh. I'll have to figure that out. Was it shift? No. Shift alt? No. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's weird. Oh shit. Look at that. You can select a box with shift alt. Oh, that's cool. All right, look. I'm losing the plot here, but you get the idea.
What, where? Oh, Unity.
Oh, this is in Visual Studio.
Oh, Visual Studio.
Yeah, so shift and alt, it actually gives you, I guarantee that if I copy this, and we go to Programmer's Notepad, that, yeah, it's gonna copy everything in the box. That is super cool. It seems almost useless, but it sounds really cool. It's really neat. I'm sure it's useful for some projects. I don't think they would put... See, it looks like there'd probably be a lot of effort to make that thing work. I don't think they would put that in there for no reason. So somebody had a big use case for it. Anyway, point is, I could take this and move this up here first, and then validate it and do all this other stuff. It just depends on what my headspace is at the moment. For me, it makes sense to do it this way. Not only because you're only setting it in the case that something's wrong, and it's you only have to assign it once. So all this makes sense. So I wouldn't want to set this until I validated that I want everything the way it should be. And when I do set this value, it should only be set once. Like, it's just an efficiency thing. It wouldn't be the end of the world to do it the other way, especially since it doesn't happen like every frame. But my brain's gonna yell at me if I don't do it this way. But maybe Tim would do it a different way. So, like, sometimes reading other people's code is, like, really tough. Just because, like, you don't have the same headspace as them. So having all these comments is, like, really important here. Probably should say, is this camera zone valid? There. And now he knows exactly what's going on here. We're checking if it's valid. If it's not valid, it's null. That should be self-explanatory. And we send a message out. You know, just even little bits like that can help when you're working with other people. So, stuff and things. All right, let's see.
I'm always telling you to explicitly comment things.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah, well, we did have that communication problem too. So it's not like I had the clairvoyance to like I knew it was a thing, but I never like put it into practice. I got lazy because I was working on Pocket Fighter EX alone, and I never had to do it there, and nobody's perfect. So we learned. Now I comment more. It will slow you down. Just forewarned, it will slow you down to make more comments, but it's absolutely worth it because it saves you a lot of headache in the long run. So a little slow down now for less confusion later saves you time in the long run. It's a net positive. Trust me.
Well, it also helps you just keep your head on straight.
Yeah, that's true. Because if I come back to this 6 months later, I don't necessarily know what this might be, and I'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? I don't know what's going on here. And then I've done that before and then have changed code and it broke everything. And I'm like, okay, now I know I did it that way for a reason, but I don't understand why that was. I don't know what the reason was because I never wrote it down. Yeah, so it just helps. It helps a lot. You can put these summaries on accessors too, by the way. So Visual Studio, if you just tap / 3 times, it'll autofill it.
I'm gonna send you an update on the background.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Okay. Copy. Excuse me. Paste. Oh, you get the little bloody handprint and shit? That's cool. Okay, let's see. So tell me, so I don't miss anything, what actually changed here?
I was playing around with the coloring. If the darker green with the red would work as an effect to give it a creepy feel.
A darker green on...
The dark green with the red.
Well, yeah, with the red on the wallpaper. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see. You made it darker. The green itself is darker, yeah.
I'm not sure it's darker, but it was a test. Kind of like the vibe.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, I dig it. I like the little eyes inside the cabinet. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
the cabinets is what I edited completely.
Yeah.
Those cabinets are new.
Yeah, they look completely new. Okay, alright. Let me see
And I
here.
did change the painting around a bit, but...
You did? Oh, yeah, you did, actually. Okay, hold on.
I found it a bit middle of the stream for some reason.
Let me pull up.
Yeah.
Here, just tile set. Yeah, let me pull that one in first. That'll be the easier one to put in here. I just want to see what it looks like side by side too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you shifted it up one. Or no, or maybe that's yeah, you did. Yeah.
Because I noticed an error in the positioning at the bottom.
Yeah, right, because you got the shadow here. Right, and so it's... Is it? Yeah, it was thicker on top, yeah. Okay. And then you added the little accents here. That's cool, I like that. Okay. Well, we'll just copy-paste that right over that. And the candles look like they've also changed. Let me see.
No, the candles haven't changed.
Oh, but you changed the color of the green. So it actually did change, yeah.
That we should test.
Okay, good. It's aligned to the grid. That makes it easier.
You can just make the recolor on the sheet instead of copying anything else.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Actually, I don't know. Well, actually,
my tiling is very rough there. No, it's good.
No, that's fine. I'm just the one thing that Aseprite bugs me about. Or bugs me about Aseprite is that if you select a color on here, it won't show up over here sometimes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So
get to your selection. Or
yeah, maybe. So usually what I do is I just copy the colors that I want to use, and then I come over here.
For what you got, I figure make the design black.
The design, what design?
The shape on the background, on the wallpaper. You can make it red or black, it doesn't matter. But to distinguish it with the blood smears,
The
make it black.
shape?
V shapes you got going.
Oh, here! Oh, yeah. These ones. Yeah.
I want to make black.
Yeah, I was gonna say the red wasn't really doing it for me. I can definitely see what you mean. Yeah, we could try that.
And next, you wanna input the cabinets.
Well, I'm gonna have to do those a little differently, I think. But hold on, let me get the candle first.
Candle didn't change, but one thing about candle.
It did. I think the color changed, didn't it?
The coloration on the red there is very similar to the one next to it. You may be able to merge it.
Merge what again?
The red from the background.
Oh, this one. I think it is the same as this here.
And it did look at when I was close.
Let's see. So this is
Yes, next by your.
Yeah.
They're really close.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They are different. Okay. Yeah, I'll make them the same then. I think it makes sense to make them the same. So, boop. There we go. And it is what it is. Okay, we'll save that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna separate the cabinets, I think, from...
Well, I want to make it... Notice that I did shift the entire cabinet up 1 pixel.
Oh, you did?
So that the top of the cabinet is now aligned to the 8 grid.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think what I want to do here, instead of having the actual top here, I think we're going to leave it transparent, and then they'll be on a separate layer. So we can tile this pattern without having to worry about this matching anything. Yeah. And then that also means that this, and the other reason is because this is like a half here, so we don't have to worry about this.
Did it the same way.
Yeah.
Also an 8, if you look at it.
Yeah,
yeah. By mistake.
Let's see.
One higher.
Yeah. I think it's 8x8. It looks like it. Yep, it's 8x8. Okay. Yeah, the tiles are just 16x16, so it's fine. We're not hurting for RAM here, so I say that, yeah, technically it's inefficient to have the gaps there, but it's fine, whatever. We'll just leave it.
I did like this to recreate the effect of, you know, the NES.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, right, because you could have the color indexes on the 8x8 be different. That's correct, yeah.
It's also why the open cabinet door has the black around it.
Okay.
To create a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eye. Me.
I like the little eye thing. I would say I'm gonna leave it here for now. But I would say, like, if it was like a final production, what I would do is I would turn this into an animated sprite and just kind of like remove it from here, and then make it like blink and stuff. But like for now, it's fine to just leave it there. That would, you know, if it was animated, it's just a little more creepy.
And overall, I made the cabinet more clean.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I think it looks a lot more in line with the rest of the stuff now, for that reason.
Yeah.
I do like the selective dithering on here. I don't know how it's gonna look when Ricky's running around, but like just like looking at it in its own little vacuum, I do like that.
It's very light dithering.
Yeah. Let's see. So
under the lid of the cabinet, the top of this, there's too much black of it with 2 lines.
Yeah.
And then it would be too thick if I didn't put it. You know, it's just like.
You think
I had to make it
maybe it could just be flat though too?
It did work. It did work quite as well.
Yeah, it does look a little strange. It would make me think that I would want to just move this upwards instead, but then, you know, whatever.
Then you make the extra.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Right, and your pattern would be off if you moved it up 1.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just did it this way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so the blood splatter here, the only thing that bugs... Yeah, the only thing that bugs me is that the hand is, like, distinctively tied to this here.
It's like the hand straight scraped down or something. what I was aiming for.
Well, that's cool, but it's like the whole pattern is tied to each other. So like if you use the hand, you have to use this too. And then that's tied to this, so you have to use the whole pattern.
You can split it as anyway, please. We're just trying to test if you can use the color that way.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should split it up a little bit. So let's grab this first.
It's very rough drawing. It's like only there to test if it would work color-wise. Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, at this point, that's pretty much all we're doing anyway. And then I'll grab these, and I'm gonna remove it from the hand here.
Yeah.
And then we'll move the hand up. So yeah, I think I do agree though that that this kind of it being close to the bottom makes a lot of sense, because otherwise you would have to move it up a whole square, and that might not go over so well.
But I think, yeah, the whole red on green thing does look kind of, has a nice little effect to it.
Yeah. Wait, why is this one different? Why do I have this one down here?
You copied the colors.
It's the same as this tile here. It's just lower by 1 pixel. That's what it looks like.
Because I'm bad at copying things in the first place.
Well, no, I copied this one here. This was here before we even started manipulating it. So I'm not sure. And these should also be
your
red.
version is fine. It's just mine is off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. We'll get rid of that then. And this one, we'll leave this one here. That's fine, because it's part of that. It'll have to stay. I think that makes sense. That's alright. Oh, we do have the block, too, don't we? Did you change the block at all?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, at face value, the only other thing I see is the change here. You changed the 4.
Yeah, that was in the past, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, I feel like it gets too thick if you go below it with a lot of light, like you were doing.
I agree. I do agree. I think you changed the color too? Oh, you did. Okay.
Or less overly bright yellow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think the brightness actually helps, though, to some degree, because it really signifies a, hey, you can step on this. This is interactable.
The yellow is still clear, it's just the second color.
Oh, wait, it's already over here. I actually already put it in the sheet. That's funny.
But if you notice that I think the main yellow is the same, it's just the second color is more reddish.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, you reshaded it though too. You made it a little thicker. Okay, all right. Hold on. This is gonna take a minute to port over.
Man, the cabinet came out fine, and I'm like, this was easy to do as well.
Yeah, it does look good. At least in isolation. We'll see what it looks like when Ricky's sitting there. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be kind of a pain. Let me move this out of the center.
Because you have one version without tiling. If you look at without patterns, I mean.
One version without patterns.
Next to the carpet, you have 3 tiles. One is a blank, and the other 2 are patterns.
Oh yeah, I was gonna add that into here. Yeah, so it would because these are mid 4s. So yeah, well that's the other thing. I don't know if this pattern would support that, but you could use like these blocks to fill in for that maybe. I don't know.
Why don't you flip the position of the sheet and you can test it?
What do you mean?
Put the one you have right now lower and the new one's above. So Unity would update, but you still have the backup sheet.
Oh yeah, well, I'm just analyzing for the moment. I'm just trying to kind of like plan out how I want to do this, because we can always just swap the sheet back if we don't like it too. So that's not really a big issue. Yeah, let me
cruise all everywhere in the room.
So this corresponds to down here then. Yeah, okay. And so this will be here. And then we'll have one we'll have one tile that's just the full thing.
Yeah.
So, well, here's the problem, because you didn't do any of the edges here. So, yeah, now I gotta figure out how the fuck that's supposed to work.
Yeah, I didn't have them, so yeah.
Part of me is thinking, like, maybe we should just do that later. But I don't know.
Just put a preliminary version in.
What's that?
Just put a preliminary version in. Or just recolor it quickly.
Yeah, we'll do the recolor. How about we'll do that to test the coloring. I like that idea. And then we can do the actual, like, pixel changes later. So yeah, let me get rid of that, and then
Man, your version is super fancy.
it is. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I don't necessarily like it, so to speak. It was just kind of.
Direction out of shading.
Yeah, I just kind of like shit it out quick.
Everything is pointing me at the center, you know?
Yeah. Let's see, and then you use this for that. Oh, it was a little lighter. Okay. Yeah, actually, in the end, it actually makes it a little brighter because the darkest shade is a different color. Oh shit! I need to do it here too. Yeah. So then we do this, and oh, maybe not. What did I do? Select the wrong one. Let's see.
Yeah.
1, 2. Okay. Okay, yeah, and we'll save it like that. We'll do that, and all right. Is that the only changes? Candles didn't change.
Maybe put the scratch on the wall somewhere else on the sheet, but no, I did not make any other changes. Oh yeah, on the roof.
Yeah, I do. Wait, no, I don't have a just a green square. I think it might have been this. Yeah,
well, you don't use that one, so delete it.
I think so.
You're using cutoff candles, so just delete it.
I'm trying to think now where. Oh, you know what? That one duplicate of this. I'm sorry, I'm so stupid because I'm tired. Yeah, you're right. I did copy and paste that from the other sheet. That's why it was down there. And these are the actual indexes that we're supposed to be using. Okay, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, I think this was the one that I used because I cut off the tips of the candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
you could maybe move part of the candle down or something. Get them in the same square. Yeah,
I think we could re-render it to be a little smaller that you could get it. But I mean, for the test, it's fine. It's all right. Yeah. But I really do like the blood splatter. It does make it look cool. Okay, so let's save this, and then.
You want it in that position, though?
Oh, right. I had it down because that one was here, and I thought it was a valid tile. So you're right. We can do it this way. And then it's kind of in the same area. I mean, it doesn't really have to.
By the way, is there any sort of shortcut to make a sprite move per grid? Because you can select the grid, but then you have to move pixel by pixel.
To move the grid, what do you mean?
Selection? You can make a selection by grid, right?
Yeah.
Can you now move that selection by the grid as well?
Yeah.
Move it. Move it. There.
Or do you want it?
But it's aligned to the grid.
Oh, well, yeah, you have to align it to the grid manually, I think.
Hey.
Well, shift only goes left and right and up and down from where it was.
Hey.
Control doesn't do anything. Alt. It's Alt, actually. Hold Alt and it will snap.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that works. I wish I'd get the new version out of beta so that doesn't keep crashing every time I open it. That would be wonderful. Okay, so now we have to export it.
Yeah.
And, yes, do you want to override it? Yes. And so we'll open it. I wonder if we could make, an importer for ASprite files would be cool. I feel so bad because AJ did one for us for pixel files, and then we ended up not using pixel after a while.
It's good to have if people want to use it.
Yeah. That's true. At least for now, it would actually make the process of these tile maps a little easier, but, well, we'll stick it out with this for the moment, though.
Yeah, I feel like Pixel's a little easier to use for larger sheets in a way.
Yeah, I think
How the
that's
layout is.
correct. Yeah. Okay, and we need to find.
I don't see an update yet, by the way. It's still the same.
No, because I haven't copied it over. So
Ah.
this folder is outside of the main asset folder. So I export it here and then copy it here and then overwrite it here. I think this is the one. So then I've got to go in here and paste it. Yeah. And now, there we go. Now it went. Now it looks a little darker. That actually looks good though. Looks a little moody. Oh yeah, we're gonna have these gaps. We'll fix those in a minute. But
Gaps.
yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Because it's all in the same layer. Yeah, we'll have to separate it out. But it does look a little more saturated, which is not bad. It does look kind of cool. I do like how the background is a lot darker now, and so Ricky really pops off of it. I think that's a good call. I think that was a good call there. And then, yeah, so Ricky really looks a little more like he's part of the foreground now, because he's, you know, brighter and the foreground's brighter. And this is, like, obviously darker. I would say that the picture of Cruz will have to get, like, a little more dark. I mean, I know it's a joke that he's there, but I think a less detailed face with darker colors would probably work better. You know,
try.
Well, I want to leave him in there for now because it's funny. But well, I guess we could. Hold on. Let's see if we can format it.
Any sort of face would probably be drawn like that.
Well, what I mean by that is that, especially for a spooky game, like you could do something that's a little like darker here, where you use like a darker skin tone.
I was gonna shade.
Kind of. Well, I don't know. It's tough, but you know what I mean. Like you use shadows for the eyes instead of. Oh, shit.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of like that, and then
Just
I don't.
make his entire face dark and then put highlights.
I guess probably what you could do here. Oh, Jesus! Hold on, let me think for a second.
You even got glasses on.
Hold on, let me think for a second. So you could possibly use the same kind of. I don't know. You would use this for the background, maybe. This is tough because this wasn't made
Color limit
to do this. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't want to use black because his hair is black, and you could potentially use black, but I don't know if that would go quite as well. So what I would say is that because it's a background element, you want to sort of desaturate it from everything else, right? And you could do stuff like this. So it still kind of implies that there might be glasses there, but you've sort of desaturated it and kind of made it a little darker.
the outside should be LI, I think, or AA. Yeah.
What's that?
This could work.
Yeah, something like that. Actually, that kind of works because now the detail of the face is filling in from the void. I would say that, like in an actual production, though, I would like take the eyes out, and it would be kind of more. I don't know. Either like, man, this is tough because it's not really like designed to do this. It was designed to be more of like a cheery face. You say kind of how like you gotta make the face a little nondescript. It's not really the focus. You know what I mean?
Lower the forehead a little bit.
Lower the forehead. Yeah.
Give him more forehead. So he's lowered.
Now he's got glasses. He's got shades. But like
give
you
him eye highlight. Give him yellow eye highlight.
Yeah, there you go. He's Proto Man now. Yeah. He's vibing.
Lighter.
Lighter? Well, then you're breaking the color limit, though.
Oh, you got light yellow. Use it.
So let me take the grid off. Yeah, now he's definitely got shades, man. Definitely got shades.
Put his lashes back in. His brows back in.
Do what?
Put his brows back in.
Wait, hold on. Let me, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Well, you get what I'm trying to say, though, right? Like, you want the background to be a different level of detail than the characters, so that it kind of it melds away into the background in that way.
But it's a painting though, so it's pretty big.
It is, but it's kind of like if you muddy the face, like in Castlevania, what they would probably do is something more or less like this, where like the face is shaded in,
That would work.
and then like you have like the eyes like this kind of thing. But like, you know how the detail gets muddy, so it's a little easier to interpret in the background. It's easier for your mind to fill in the blanks.
We'll separate the hair though.
Or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Woo! He's making a fucking fish face. I don't know, but you get what I'm trying to say, though, right? It's kind of like how Mega Man is all clean and you can clearly see his eyes. When you look at Simon Belmont's sprite, it's all muddy and it's kind of like more up to interpretation. Like that's what the background should be more up to interpretation for faces like that. For two reasons. One, because it can start to steal some of the contrast away from the characters that are in play, which could get a little muddy. Which is not too big of an issue if there's only like one or two things that do that, but if the whole background starts doing that, it can get a little weird. But the other thing is that your eyes will lock onto a face if it's clear. That's just human nature. That's just how our brains work. So it could be potentially a little distracting if it's clearer.
You recall a giant portrait of Wily in Shapeman Stage.
What's that?
You recall the giant Wily portrait in Shapeman Stage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, but they desaturate that kind of stuff in Mega Man, so it's not quite as.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the desaturation you get.
Yeah.
The eyes are hurting right now.
I just don't want it to be like, I don't know, because if you do this, then it like really stands out, you know? It's like super bright, and like it really attracts attention to itself. That's why I feel like you have to have, I don't know, like you can maybe do this. Yeah, there you go. Now you've got glasses, but it's not like in your face, like shining at you. Yeah, that's alright. That'll work. There. It's Cruz, but it's probably like Cruz's dad. Because he looks older now. No, I like it. Alright, we'll save that. I like that. That looks pretty good.
The hair just needs more, a bit more shading to set out then.
Potentially. Yeah, to give it a volume. What would you recommend? I'm really bad at hair.
I don't know, just stick it up.
Just wing it. Just something like this. Make it a little more, a little thicker here. I guess, I don't know, it doesn't look that great, but that's a little better.
And just avoid the bending.
It's hard with the hair, avoid the bend. That's why I said you tell me what to do. I don't know, I'm just gonna save it like this, I don't fucking care. I'm not good at hair.
The edges, edge cases where it's 3D on the face.
Alright. Let's make this one like thicker then. Right, and then...
You do know what I mean with bending, right?
I know what banding is, yeah.
Yeah, so one pixel on the top left above the forehead that's harming it here.
You want me to do what with it?
The one right above the forehead, that red pixel needs to go.
This one? Okay. Oh, it looks weird
the left
now.
One. The left one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I can see that.
Now ship it.
Sure, ship it. Yeah, but you see how that, it really like puts them in the background now. It really takes them away from the focus that he had before. And then now you can, it's not quite as distracting. Or it has less focus. I think that would be the best way to put it. Yeah, there we go. And now it just cruises in the background. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Let's see what it looks like full screen here. And
I mean, you gotta fix the repeat.
Yeah, we'll fix the dresser in a minute.
Also take the open one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to create another layer for that. Well, actually, we don't. We can use the 4 layer. The 4 and the background layer are separate. It's not a huge deal to put it on the 4 necessarily.
I'm just gonna think of what you can do with the pillar.
Oh, the pillar. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't like my pillar. I don't think it looks very good. Like it's yeah, it's okay, but the problem is that it looks like it doesn't fit the rest of the graphics. It's maybe a little too simplistic. I'm not really sure. I just kind of doodled it really fast, so I'm not really sure what to.
I thought it came out fine. It's just that you shouldn't be using the repeat elements in the wrong ways.
Yeah, let me fix the cabinets first, and then...
The black pattern came out good with the green, by the way.
The black pattern? What pattern?
The weird V-shapes.
Oh, these! Oh, yeah. Yeah, the wallpaper pattern. My only concern is that with the... I figured we'd have to remove them, because now we've got the... We've got the blood stain. Yeah.
You can do it on the one side. It breaks it up here and there.
Let's see, this is the visual back.
Like you can turn the scratches and block stains over there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like just here, it could just be like this, and then just the pattern would be broken. It looks a little strange to break the pattern, but I don't know. I might be okay with just getting rid of the pattern to support the blood stain instead. Because it might depend on the area or whatever, but the blood stain does look really fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wait, hold on. I got one too many there. You could do something like that. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, we'll keep that there for now. So then the next thing I want to do is get the backboard pattern here and fill these in. And then we can take these and put them on the... I'll put them on the floor layer. Probably ideally you would want to make a new layer for these, but that's fine. For now it's okay. And then we want to take 1/2 here and then these and put
you like deliberately put off center?
What's up?
Did you deliberately put the cabinet off center? Or yeah, I guess it was.
Well, we can, you know what? I was changing my mind here. I'm gonna put the open one on the left. Because then you can, it's a little more balanced here. And you can put this one over here like this. That looks a little better. It's also under the painting now. Yeah, I think that works.
What happens when you put the open door into the pillar?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to put there, so I just put the pillar. And you can just put black for now too.
I mean, you put the open door on the pillar space. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that looks alright. One other thing I wanted to do was potentially expand this out. See what this looks like. Oh, I forgot how to flip things. Shit. I wish I had just had a fucking button for it. Why isn't there a button for it? What is it? It's shift and... Yeah, it's shift and... one of the curly braces here. I like it when it was smaller. I think it makes more sense to have it smaller.
It does seem to work. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. It's more of an... Yeah, it's more of an accent instead of the focus. But, okay, so let's save that, and then let's play it and see what it looks like close up here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And again, Ricky sticks out. He doesn't interfere. Or nothing interferes with him now. The candles, maybe, but that's okay. I mean, they're going to be animated elements anyway. They have to be light, yeah.
Yeah, look at the camera there with the open door.
Yeah. Yeah. The dude's sitting there. That's cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it looks nice.
You could do some more stuff with the blood splatter on the wall.
Yeah.
Tile.
Yeah, like
Enough.
I was gonna say, I might let's see if we get, is this a selector? This is a selector. And we're on 4, we need to be on back. So
No, since it wasn't in pixel, you just kind of randomly drew some stuff.
Wait, what the fuck happens? Why did it delete it? Why did it delete it? I want to select it. Where's the selector? Oh, this is the selector. Oops, that's my bad. And then this, oh, that's the fill. Okay. And this moves it, so I can select it and move it. And then
move the top right a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think that does make sense. Right. And then we can go back and fill this in. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Yeah, that looks neat. I mean, obviously the room's really small. We could do a lot more with it. But I do like it. I do like the get rid of that one out there. How do we there, it's gone now. So it just took a second to register. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yep. Okay. Let's see if I can get some fucking camera code going.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It was a good distraction though. I liked it. It was still important to do that, and especially while I have you here, I might as well leverage the opportunity. So, but that's all right. I didn't expect to get through the whole camera thing in one night anyway.
I figured if I'm putting the stream, I might be spreading on the side.
Yeah. So that's all right. That's cool.
Gets a little swamped in.
Yeah. So here's one thing I'm not sure if I want to do this or not. You can have a rect transform. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can just require that. And here, it'll make sense in a second when you see it. Type of rect transform. Yeah. Can we do that? Will that work? What'll happen? No, it didn't work. Fuck, how do you do that? TextMesh Pro does it. So what a rect transform is it's a rectangle. It's got a position, but it also has a size and shape, and you can easily edit it in the editor. And I figure that would be like a really cheap and easy way to get a good like editable handle on it, but does not seem to be the case. Not really sure how to make that work. Oh, did we get an error message perhaps? Oh god, there's a whole bunch of shit. Oh wait, okay, hold on. That was from when we ran the game, I think. Okay, here, let's close that. Remove. Camera zone controller. Oh yeah, it worked! Okay, I just had to re-add it. Here, this is what I wanted. So we got a position and all that shit. Wait, where is this object? Where did it get made? Oh god, let's bring this over. I don't want that over there. Let's move it. Move it. Move it over here. We should have, like, how does this width and height? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just like really big now. So maybe make it 1 and 1. Oh god, it's all fucked up. Why is it all fucked up? Let's make it 3 and 3. It's all messed up. Look at it's so weird. I don't know. Maybe I goofed something up doing this. I've never forced it to do this before. But the idea is that you should be able to get, you know, like a gizmo or something here. Let's see. What if we do? No, it doesn't show. I don't know why it doesn't show. But the idea is that you could use this width here to maybe when TextMesh Pro does it, it has its own code to handle like scaling. I don't know how it would work. Okay, well, you know what? Here, let's do this, at least just for the meantime. If Unity Editor, and if, we're just gonna make a gizmo that shows it. So, on Draw Gizmos, so we'll do, here, we're gonna do this too, so that serialize. Damn it. Serialize field private rect transform. Since it's required, we can guarantee that it's here. And what I'm gonna do is on validate. I'm just gonna capture that component. Rect transform. And we'll do it on reset as well. So we got a few things going on here now. And then here, if there is no rect transform, then we want to not do anything here. But if we do have it, then we can start collecting data from it. So we want a vector2 size equals this. Do we just get a size? Size delta? Size delta. Size of the rect transform relative to the distance between the anchors. Huh. Oh, maybe this won't. Maybe it's broken because it doesn't have a. Okay, hold on. Gonna hear that a lot. Okay, before we get too far into the weeds here, let's take a step back. I'm going to. Oh, yeah, it's not happy with that shit. Okay. I don't think this is the right way to do this. Okay, let's just undo that.
You fucked it up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh no, remove component? Okay, I removed it. Now there's a normal transform. And let's reset this. Okay, good. Everything looks normal again. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a TextMesh Pro and see what it does. So TextMesh Pro text, not UI, but just a normal one. Yeah, see, it adds a rect transform. Oh, it appears to be the first time you've accessed TextMesh Pro. As such, we need to add the resources. Yeah, sure. That's cool.
Get
Import.
wrecked.
Yeah, get wrecked. That's what I want to do. I want to capture the damn wreck thing. I don't know. I don't know why mine was flipping out and this one wasn't. I don't know. But it does definitely look. But yeah, see how they got the little handles here? I don't know why theirs has that and mine doesn't. Maybe it's something they do in their code. Can I actually look at this? Let's look at the script. It is what it is. Okay. We got gizmos. Oh, gizmos.
Here you go, yes.
Gizmos. Oh, here. Android. Oh, wait, no, that's in my other one. Change log. No, not the entire solution. The current fucking document. Get the fuck out of here. Gizmos. No, there's no gizmos here. Okay, they said theirs is super fucking fancy. There's something really crazy going on with this. Canvas update? Oh god, I don't know. I don't even know where to start looking for what I need to do here. Well, for some reason they have. Let's see. How about rect transform? Rect transform. Rebuild. Canvas update. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see where all the references for this are. No search for. Wait. Okay, something's goofy here because it's not. That's the only place that it is in the whole thing? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. This one's over my head.
Okay.
Rebuild? What the hell is rebuild? Canvas update. Pre-layout.
Sending you a pillar update.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe it'll clear your head a bit.
Yeah, I think I need to just abandon the rec transform idea. I can always come back to it later if I figure out what to do with it, so. Here, okay. Oh, and just plop it right here. Okay. Oh, okay, you put a little disc ring on the side. I don't know if I like it, but I do like the way that you handled the transition between these parts, at least. So, either way.
Why is trying to up the detail level a bit?
Yeah.
I mean, put them side by side, you'll see the difference.
Is that probably the same thing as the bottom? No, it's not. Shit. Okay.
You see the difference side by side?
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta do this in pieces.
Yeah, because the top is not flipped. Otherwise, the lights are breaks.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got that there, and then we've got this. Here, I need to put the grid on or I'm gonna get lost. Okay.
Here's the thing, I want to point out, if you look at the closed cabinets, you see how the light source is different for two-part cabinet. Like, where are the highlights on the cabinet?
What about them?
You see there's like an L shape and a reverse L shape
Yes.
on the cabinet.
Yep, that's correct.
The normal L shapes will create an indentation.
Correct. Yes.
And the reverse one creates a protrusion.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, it's a bevel.
So you see an indentation with a protrusion in it, in the cabinets.
Yes, correct.
So that's why the light source can't be used simply. You can't simply flip those tiles, because then it starts becoming a protrusion instead of an indentation.
Okay, so we need all of these tiles now to get everything we want, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not super
So
efficient, but...
I changed the middle one.
Yeah, I noticed that. I encoded that one too. That should be all the tiles that we need for that.
It's not super efficient. We got an NES Plus going on here, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're still in the experimentation phase anyway, so it's no biggie.
I'm more really thinking of if it's aesthetically pleasing, I will allow it break. You know?
Yeah. Okay. We need... Yeah, we're on the visual map back. And then...
Yeah.
This needs to be somewhere. I don't know. It's going to be uneven, though. So would it be on the top or the bottom?
Or put two in there? I don't know.
Well, let's see. This is the bottom here. And this is here. Yeah, it is going to be... What's that?
For an even room. Did that count for an even X room?
Do they count for what?
Didn't that count for an even access room? Lower the ceiling.
Lower this. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think, like I said, I didn't think too deep about it when I did it. I just did it. Well, let's see what it looks like either way. Wait, it's eye? Yeah, the eyedropper. On eye. I don't know.
Looks fine. It's just, yeah, the uneven sides bothers the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Whatever. It's fine. It's just for test. I think this looks better than the opposite, but it's hard to say.
It at least looks like a detail level that Polaris increased to match the rest.
Right. Okay, let's take a look.
Just lower the ceiling.
No, it's just a test. So I'm not too hung up on it right now. Not until we get the camera, because then I can use the camera zones to give us an idea of how big one screen is, and then we can build levels based on that. That's my goal, really, at this point. It looks fine enough right now, but I think the room is definitely smaller than it should be, because if we like kind of center it here, there's a lot of black up on top and bottom, and I think we can at least move. We can open it up by at least 2 or 3 tiles.
That does create a moody atmosphere, though.
It does. It does. So we don't want to do that all the time, but at least just to like see what the room looks like as a full, literal full room as a screen, just to kind of get an idea of what that looks like. But yeah, I mean, and you could do things like if you didn't want the wallpaper to go up, you could just make this black, like move the ceiling up, and then it's just black on top, and then fade this out with a dithering or something. You know, you could. There's a whole bunch of stuff you could do potentially. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. So instead of oh no. Hold on. I was gonna undo to get rid of all this shit, but that's...
You can't because you did it.
Yeah, because I updated the tiles, so here, I'm gonna just do it this way. I don't know, like the rec transform is there for them. How come it doesn't work for me? I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it, we'll do our own thing for now. This won't be quite the, this won't be quite as effective at editing, but it's fine. We'll figure something out here. So I'm gonna still need gizmos though, so I'm gonna leave that there. So what I'm gonna do instead is a serialized field of a vector to zone size. Or just gonna call it size, I guess. Yeah, let's call it size. Oh, underscore size. And that's going to be equal to a vector 2 dot 1. Do vector 2 dot 1. So it'll be a 1 by 1. And then, oh, I gotta make this. You don't have to say private, it's private by default. But I always put private, and the reason is, if someone else, or even myself, comes back later and looks at this code, and I don't see it there, then I may question, did I mean to make that public? Or did I mean to make that private? And it could be a difficult question to answer sometimes, and it can take some, not like an exorbitant amount of time to figure out what I was thinking about it, but I'd have to go through and look and see, okay, what's it doing, this and that, and that's wasted time. So I always like to be very deliberate with it. Now, honestly, if you have serialized field here, chances are you were trying to make it private, because you don't need to add this if it's public. If it's public, it just serializes by default. So there is that. But I still, as a rule of thumb, I like to make sure that's there, so I know explicitly what I was thinking in the moment. Anyway. So, and then we'll do the same thing here. Public. And in this case, we want to do a get of size and a set of size. Now here is actually a really good case for validating this. If value.x is less than or equal to 0, or value.y is less than or equal to 0, that's an error. We don't want that. I don't know, should 0 be an error? If you have a camera zone the size of 0, I think 0 actually probably should be okay. It's not ideal, but you could make an argument that a camera zone of one axis that is the size of 0 would just center whatever camera it is on that axis. It would still function. I think that would be fine. But if you go less than 0, then things get fucky. Like, you don't want to do that, right? So, here, let's do this in 2 steps. We'll do them separately, so that if it's less than 0, then value.x is equal to 0. And if it's the other, then value.y is equal to 0. And we'll do them separately. And we can throw errors as well. So if in the editor and if debug, oh, it's kind of off there. Tab is okay. Debug. This one I'll actually do an actual error because it's just not acceptable. So it won't stop it from running. I don't know. Should it be a warning or an error? I'll make it a warning. That's fine. It didn't like stop the program from working. I usually I get a little overboard with the errors, but they're probably mostly warnings. So tempted to set.
Sometimes you think you can't even get the error. It happens anyway.
Or I'll name the error after you again. Name of size. Yeah, you were. That's true. You were attempted to set size. I'll put quotation marks around that because that's a variable name. Attempted to set size with an X value.
Mark are putting marks around it.
Yes. Yes, I am.
How Marxist of you.
How? I see what you did there. Okay. Well, with an X value of less than 0, the value was corrected to 0 automatically. Okay, I mean, I think that's pretty sufficient. And then you can copy this and put it here as well. Whoa, that like split that fucker right in half. I thought it was gonna make a new line, but I guess not. Okay, with a Y value.
It never does what you want.
Yeah, what?
It never does what you want.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. There, and so, yeah, if either of these are less than 0, it'll correct it. It'll spit out a warning. And then, finally, we can set our size to the value. So see how this is, like, super useful? Because
As an aside,
what's that?
An aside, I think I'll be able to join the Dark Souls stream this thing.
You said you will or will not be able to join the Dark Souls?
I will be able.
Oh, you will? Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that'll be the finale, too.
Just haven't coincide with me having a small vacation.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Europe don't work.
Yeah. But you see how this becomes super useful here? You could technically do some of this through attributes in Unity. An attribute is something like this. You could say like minimum value 0 or whatever. But here you can get really detailed and really specify and start throwing errors and warnings. And it'll work even without, because the attributes only work through the editor. So if you were to set it through a script, you wouldn't get the warning. So this really does help a lot to do this kind of thing. So I'm gonna copy it in here. And that's fine. Actually, I really don't need it for reset. There's really nothing in there right now. Okay, and then when we're drawing the gizmo, what we're gonna do is draw the box based on where we are right now. So I'll say a vector to final size equals oh yeah, this has to be a new vector 2. Oh, let me go back up to it. Here, let's do it this way. And we're gonna do size.x times transform.lossyscale.x, and that will scale the box up to our scale in case we ever want to use scaling in our game objects. So here, let's do vector 3 lossy scale. We'll do it like that. That's more efficient to do it this way. Every time you call transform, you get dinged performance hit. Not a big issue for the editor, right? Because, you know, whatever, it's in the editor. It's not like the game's actually running that way. But it's really nice to just keep those good practices, even when they're not necessary, and then you'll be more likely to do them when they are. So here's your final size, and we're just gonna do... Oh, we need a color too. Okay, for now. You know what? No, yeah, we'll make it a value. We'll make it a value. So, this one can be public. I really don't care. Public color gizmo box outline color equals color dot, I don't know, yellow. Seems appropriate. And then what do I call it? Gizmo box outline color. And then gizmos dot draw wire cube. That's how you get the outline. And so the center will be transform dot position, and the size will be final size. In fact, what I should do there is rename this the scaled size. There. And I mean, like, that should just kind of work. There we go, and now you can see the box. And if I increase the size, hey, look at that. It increases. And if I try to decrease the size, see, it won't let me go below 0. And it probably should be giving me warnings here. Yeah, and here, see, it's giving me the warning, cannot go below 0. So if we go up.
Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. It's spitting a lot of errors because I keep forcing it under 0, but you see how useful that is. So, and then it doesn't actually let the value go under. So there we go. I mean, that's pretty cool. So there's two things that I would like to do in the future. One is that I don't want to do it based on Unity units necessarily. I might want to be able to set a size increment and be like, okay, one screen is this size, and then I want to do like 2x3 screens, you know, something like that might be nice. That is for the future. There's no need to get that deep into the weeds at this point. But that's it. Now the other thing, should the sides be centered around the center position, or should this be the top left corner and then it expands out? I mean, different people might give you different answers on that. I personally think it may be easier to do it if this is the top left corner. Because then, like, if you're like, oh, I need to make it a little bigger, like, oh god, now I gotta move it to resize it. So, like, say here, right? It's cool that it's like in the middle of the room and I can size it to what I want. Like, that's kind of neat. But what if the room is really here? And now, I guess that's not a good example. Let's see, from here to here is the entire room, right? And you put it here, and you're like, oh shit, I need to make it bigger. I was like, oh Jesus, not gonna move it. Hold on. And I was like, oh, that's not quite right. Oh Jesus, all right, fine, I gotta move it. You know, like, it's kind of a pain in the ass to do that. That's what I really liked about the rect transform, because you could specify a pivot, and then it would scale based on that, and then you could change the pivot too, and then like scale it again. But I don't know. That's also like because I had the Text Mesh Pro had those little handles, and you could just drag them to wherever you wanted. Like, that was really cool too. Oh, so that's why I really wanted to do it with the Rec Transform. I thought I would get that automatically, but that might not be the case, unfortunately. I know you can build stuff like that with gizmos, but I've never done like a handle that you can grab and move, so I don't know. I think for this here, I think what I want to do is make it top left. At least for now, it seems like the easiest way to get this to be adjustable. So let's see, how would we do that? This intelligently. I think yeah, I guess we'll just hard code it. Let's see. Could we make an anchor value just like Rec Transform does? I'm trying to think what the math might be on that. It would be a floating point calculation, which would be kind of a pain in the ass. That may not be too accurate. Like here it's, yeah, it's kind of already a floating point thing, but we're gonna get into like, getting into factors, meaning, you know, between a value between 0 and 1 if we start doing anchor shit like that. Which, okay, I mean, may not be able to avoid it, so whatever. Yeah, so then, yeah, what you would do is you would say that your offset position is the anchor times the size divided by 2. Yeah, so size divided by 2 times the anchor. And then you subtract that from the center. And that would, like, say if you had an anchor of 0, 0. Wait, would that be right? Or would it be -1? Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna hard code it. My brain's too fried. Like, it's not that the math is complicated, I'm just not sure which is the best way to do it. So for the sake of brevity, we'll just say that yeah, we'll just say the top left is the anchor and that's it. Okay, so what that means is we're going to make a few more properties here. We'll do let's do a private first. So private vector 2. No, actually this would be a float. Left. We'll just call it left. And what that's going to represent is the left boundary of in world space. So the left boundary of the camera zone in world space. And we can calculate this because this is actually really easy. This is just transform.x. So I'm going to do it when we set size. I'm going to automatically calculate these. And that's, again, another real big time saver here. So left equals transform.position.x. Here, let's just cache this. Oh shit, we can't do this right here. We'll have to do this in real time. Because if we move it after this gets set, then this value would have changed, and so it will change the calculation here. Oh, that's time's up, but I'm too mad to stop now, so.
Really?
Okay, so what I'll do is transform that position .x. There might be a better way to do this at some point, but this should work. So yeah, that's our left, and our up. The up boundary of the camera zone and world space, and that's going to be the Y, right? And the right is your right boundary or world space, and so that's going to be transformed .x plus size .x. And these are real time. Whenever you call one of these are real time calculations, but right now, I'm not sure of the most intelligent way to cache this, so we're just gonna roll with it. And so this is gonna be the Y, so this is basically the up minus size. Yeah, it'll have to be minus, because this will be the top left position. I mean, it could be the bottom left too, and in case you would want to just add here, but I don't know, that's fine. Either way is fine, as long as you just remain consistent with it. Okay, that should be alright. And then, yeah, okay. And then down here, what we're gonna do, not really sure actually. I think the easiest way to do this, oh shit, we gotta scale these though too, right? Fuck me. Hold on. Oh, this is really inefficient, but because we're making a lot of calls to Unity here. So here, we've got to scale the X, the size X, by the lossy scale. And same thing with the size Y. Because otherwise this is local space and it won't get transformed properly. That's why we had to do it down here. Okay, since we know that transform.position is the position itself, we can just do plus scaled size divided by 2. Or don't like that? Why don't I like that? Ambiguous operator between vector 2 and 3. Oh, sure, okay. So vector 3 here. Or actually, it'd be probably faster to do it like this. Yeah, so this position, because this cube is going to draw a centered cube around whatever position. This is the center. Now this is really supposed to be our top left, so we move it down and to the right. Oh wait, no, scaled side's gonna have to be. Alright, you know what? This is, I don't want to deal with it, so this one is, it's gonna be from the bottom left. Instead of the top left. It just makes the calculation easier. It gets me all fucked up because, well, hear me out. When you work in like DirectX, the Y coordinate, to go upwards is a negative, and to go downwards is a positive. It's reverse of what you might think it'd be. So most engines are like that, where a negative Y velocity is actually rising from the ground instead of that, because a lot of graphics API will consider the top left corner to be 0, 0. So X going positive goes right across the screen, but X negative, oh wait, is that how it works?
Try Unity.
Well, Unity is different. So Unity up is positive, and down is negative. But a lot of engines don't do that. So I'm used to the old days when shit was like negative Y means you go up. Yeah, oh, you know what it was? I think it's because the, must be the bottom left corner of the screen? I don't know, whatever. For whatever reason, it's all fucked up. It's just traditionally Y has been negative up. But if I use the bottom left position, then I think it Wait, I have to switch these around then, right? Yeah, so I have to switch these around. This up is gonna be the bottom plus the Y, and bottom down is just gonna be the bottom. It's gonna be the Y. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know I'm probably confusing everybody right now, but I'm confusing myself too, so don't feel bad. Just know that Unity is weird because it's correct. I know that sounds stupid, but that's just how it is. Negative Y has always been traditionally up in many games. It's just weird like that. And I think it's because of screen coordinates. When you program and the screen coordinates, a negative Y, like I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly how it was because it was so long ago when I did that. Anyway, whatever. Just know that it's reversed sometimes. And Unity made it normal, which fucks me up because I've always done it in reverse. There you go. That's the best way to explain it. Unity is correct. I think that's logically the best thing you want to do because it makes more sense for positive Y to be up. It's just that in a lot of engines, that's not how it worked before.
You're not used to it.
Yeah, so it fucks me up sometimes because I'm used to the arguably incorrect way to do it. So, okay. Alright, let me think this through. So we are at the bottom left and we add, so positive Y will go up and to the right. So if we add half the scale, it'll go up and to the right, half the size. And then we make it the size that it is. I think that makes sense. And we'll know if it works or not when we see it. Yep, okay. Yep, bottom left. And the size, yeah. And say it goes from that point onward. This point. Okay, so it's correct. And that should be easier to manage than it being centered. But I will probably add options to change how that pivot works later when I have a clearer mind on me. So, okay, that's cool. We've got that. That's really neat. And can we see those properties or no? No, I guess we can't see the properties of the up, down, right, and left. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, let's do, no, wait, hold on. Let me think for a moment. I want to test it, essentially. And I'm not sure how I want to do it. Okay, we're gonna just do a silly test. This is not something that's gonna stay in the code here, but public transform test transform. And then I'm gonna do an update. And so if it's invalid, then we get out of here. But if it's not invalid, then we want to check to see if it's inside. So we want to check to make sure that our up, down, left, right here is actually correct. And so what we'll say is that if if the focus transform .x or .position .x is greater than left and position .x is less than right, I should say less than or equal. Oh, wrong way. Debug.log inside the width. You can see where I'm going with this. And then if the Y is greater than the down, and the Y is less than the up, then inside the height. There. Oh, you know what? And we could say inside both. So let's do that first. Let's do the both one. And so we combine all the tests into one. This would be just our generic, are we inside, yes or no, kind of thing. Inside the zone. And then we'll say else if inside just the height. And then else if inside just the width and just the height. Yeah, and then we should see it spamming the thing. So I need to add the player here for our test. And I'm gonna move the zone here. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep it out here because I can make the player float around. So let's make it a little smaller here, just to manage better. And then I'm just gonna play, but in scene mode. Yeah, the player is right down there, so I'm gonna move him up. Not working? Right here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, alright, and so I'm gonna say not collapse. We should see the log here. Inside the height. Oh, it's not working, apparently. Oh, inside the width. Inside the zone. Inside the width. Yeah, that's right. And inside the height. And out here should be neither. Yeah. Okay, no, it is working. It is. Because here you are between the top and the bottom, so you are inside the height. Here you're inside the zone. The whole thing. And then down here you're inside the width. 2 columns. So, yeah, it works. We're good. So we can just delete all this. I know that works now. What I will say is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to copy this because we can use this. I'm going to remove this transform, but I'm going to make this a public void is inside zone. And it's going to be a vector 3. Vector 2, because this is only 2D. Vector 2 position.
Man, imagine the day you'll do a vector tree.
I don't want to. It'll be a fucking nightmare. The more I program, the more that I'm terrified with 3D physics and 3D platforming. I'm sure it's not as bad as my brain makes it out to be, but I really just, at this point, I just feel like I can program gameplay shit okay, but like all this physics shit is really fucking killing me. And eventually, obviously, you need a team of programmers. Like, of course, we work together and do stuff, but neither of us like know physics the way that like a dedicated physics programmer would. So I feel like at some point we're just gonna need a dedicated physics programmer. And then we take care of the gameplay stuff or whatever, and they take care of the physics. And, you know, we work together to create a system that we can both use. But I feel like at some point we're going to have to delegate this.
That's why everybody uses Unity physics.
Yes, exactly. So they don't have to fuck with it. Too bad it doesn't work for what we want to do.
And instead of actual programming questions, you get questions like, why is my guy not fall correctly? Oh, you gotta add a rich body to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we gotta make this a returnable. So it's gonna be yes or no question. Is it inside? If it passes all this, it's true. If it doesn't, return false. Easy peasy for the most part. So that's good. Now we have a function to determine if we're inside or outside, and that's cool. It's not the most efficient thing because this is calling these multiple times, and yeah, you get the idea. But at least for now, it works, and we can optimize it later. At least it's readable. It's actually very readable between the left, right, up, and down. I really wish I could cache these values, but I don't know how to detect whether or not transform position has changed between the last time that you cached it or not. So it might just have to be what it is, and that's it. Or you say, maybe you check it once per frame, and if it moves, then it only takes effect next frame, because the cache will update every frame. I don't know. Whatever. For now, it's fine. It's not going to kill anything.
It's not gonna murder somebody.
What's that?
It's not going to murder somebody.
No, it's not going to murder somebody. It won't murder any CPUs either, because it's not something that's going to get checked all the time. Now, I would absolutely abdicate to redo this code in the future, but for the sake of brevity and getting the hell out of here on, well, not even on time because we're already out of time, but I just want to
abdicate.
Yeah, I just want to get this.
That's not the correct word.
What?
That's not the correct word.
Which word?
You should abdicate.
Advocate.
You an advocate?
Did I say advocate? What did I say?
You should abdicate from advocate.
Alright, well, whatever. That's how fucking tired I am. Yeah, we'll do that. So we know that this works. Oh, shit, I'm actually not sure. We're definitely not going to get the camera to stay inbounds at this point. I'm not sure what I want to do here. You know what? Actually, yeah, we'll do a simple one here. So, yeah, we'll do a simple thing. What I want to do is I want to attach, oh, we do have the camera zone controller. Yeah. Oh man, but then we gotta make something to follow the other one. Shit. I don't know if I can do all this in time. Shut up. Let me think for a second. Okay, maybe. Let's see. I'll do something really quick and easy. Serialized field, private, transform, follow transform, set in editor. Well, that's not actually true. It could be set anywhere. What? You know what? I just want to make that public. I'm not gonna even bother with that right now. Yeah, quick and dirty. Alright, quick and dirty. So we want to do a late update. You might want to do it differently depending on how your camera system is, but for purposes of this, late update happens after the characters have moved and it's right before the frame renders. So we're going to do it that way. And if target mode equals follow transform and follow transform is valid, I will do that inside here. So actually we'll do it in reverse. If follow transform is not valid, then return, just get the hell out of here. Otherwise, vector 3 follow position equals follow transform dot position. Cache that. Now we have what we need to do, and the camera position here is going to be literally just snapping to this. So Then what we'll say is if we have a camera zone, now we can put the red underscore there. If we have a camera zone, then snap position to inside of camera zone. So if follow position dot x is less than camera zone dot left. Did I not make those? Oh shit, did I not make those public? I probably didn't, did I? No, they're private. Okay, that's public. It's pretty safe to make these public because these are read only right now. They calculate and send back value, so it doesn't really matter if they're public or not. Yeah, so if it's less than left, then follow position dot x needs to equal left. It needs to snap it to inside. And if we did do a correction on left, we do not need to do a correction on right. So we can do an else if, because left and right will be at worst the same, but they will never, you could never be in violation of both of them at the same time, or in reverse. So then, well, I mean, if it's the same value, you could be in violation of both at the same time, but the result is the same, so it doesn't matter. There. So then if it is greater than right, then it's right. And then we do the same thing with up and down. So if it's less than down, then it's down. If it's greater than up, then it's up. And that will snap it right in there. And then transform dot position equals follow the follow position. That's our new one. Oh, yep, I did the thing again. So that should work. As long as we set this and this properly, it should be alright. Oh, and the camera zone has to be set. So if we go to our camera, we're going to add the camera zone to our thing here. Oh, and we're gonna undo this follow transform. We're gonna change camera to follow transform. Oh, I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. The camera zone's down here, but we need the player to be what is following. Now it's gonna be off kilter. It's gonna be a little off center, but that's okay. As far as the test goes, it should be okay. So I'm gonna have to actually move this though, because he'll be off camera if I don't move it like down here. So I'm gonna put it down here and make it like this, and that's as far as it can go, right? And we'll see if this actually works. Oh, that is not good. That is completely fucked. What happened? What is wrong? Okay, the Y is working. It's the X is not working for some reason. But you see how it follows the Y position here. Pretty alright. Yeah, it's not letting it go down all the way, I think. Oh, okay. We're not using a size on the camera either, so it's just the basic position. It shouldn't be able to go outside of that though. Yeah, something's clearly screwed up on this. I really don't know. What is going on down here? Oh, it's making the after images. That's why it's freaking it. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Let's look at the camera for a second. Is it because follow transform is still there? No, it's still wonky. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of camera zone and then see if it still works. Yeah, it follows him without the camera zone, so at least we know the camera zone is the thing that's goofing it up. Okay, I mean that tells us information though, so let's take a look at the code again and go through it. If we're following, we follow, and that's cool. And all this works, it's only here that it screws up. So we get our position. If our x is less than the left, in this case, that should be just transform that position at x. Yeah. We're using all world space. If it is less than the left, then we need to clamp it to the left. Yeah. That makes sense. It's outside the left, so it'd be to the left of the left border, you want to clamp it in to the left. If you're outside the right zone, then you want to clamp it to the right. So greater than the right, that makes sense. Positive goes to the right. Oh, here it is. I did copy paste. Whenever you copy paste, you always run into the issue of not changing the thing that you're supposed to. It was it was changing the x coordinate instead of the y. So yeah, that probably should work now. Nope, dumb error. Scrub mistake. Never copy and paste. Don't be like me. There we go. And yep, see how it stops? See how it stops? There it is, it's clamped in. Now there's no volume to the camera, so it's a little primitive. But yeah, see how it works? And I can go off screen if I want, but it's not going to follow me out that way. Okay. I can go off the screen and I can come back down. There we go. Okay, well, I mean we got the basics down. I guess we'll just have to work on it next week to get like the volume of the camera. Because the issue here, it doesn't look apparent there, but when you see it here, you'll know what I mean. The position of the camera is in the center, but see where it stops? Where the position is in the center along the border? Well, we don't want that. We want the camera to be contained in the box completely, so that it can only move like this. You know, just a little bit up and down. Right now it can go all the way to the corner as its center position shows. So we'll get to that next time. It's not like crazy math, but it's just we're really out of time.
Well,
so
I'm trying to say you didn't overshoot it then?
Doing what?
We didn't overshoot it time by three times?
Only once, I think.
Ah, okay.
Maybe we did overshoot twice? I don't know. It should only be once, but we did see we did have the extension in the beginning too, so it's actually later than it was supposed to be. But no, it's fine though. I'm not like upset about getting sidetracked on the tile stuff because we did some good stuff with the tiles, so like it's not like we wasted time. We just kind of deviated from the mission, but that's okay. I don't care. It worked. It worked out fine.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah, if it works, it works. Yeah. So, yeah, all right. And so next time we'll figure out how to do the volume of the camera. So it has to be contained within it. And that gets a little goofy. Like the basic math's not too difficult, but it gets a little goofy in situations where it's like, well, what if your camera zone is smaller than your camera? Then what do you do? Like it gets a little strange in those situations, but we'll work through it. So, yeah, yay, okay, save. I guess we're done. What'd you send me on this side? What is that? What is that supposed to be? I don't recognize it.
Look at the rest.
Oh, I get it. Okay, well, okay. Let me bring it over. We can show that off. Yeah, it's the cabinet. That's cool. A little bookshelf going on there. That's neat. I like that. Yeah, I see the potential problem here with the shadow is red, but I guess it kind of works with this, so it's okay.
Slide change. Sorry. Edit.
Oh, okay. Copy. Paste. Oh, yes. Yeah, bringing them in a little bit. That makes sense. Yeah, I would say this is one of these things where I'd make the executive decision to say, fuck it. It's just, we can use green here. It's fine. And then it's not so weird. I think that's okay. I wonder about the books being plain and flat like that.
No, yeah, I had some details on the side before, like little pixels or binders on the left.
Yeah, like you could do something like this maybe. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough with small details like that, you know?
That would be more straight.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell what it is by looking at it, at least. You can kind of tell these are like books or whatever, but yeah, it's good for a test, right? You want to put that in quick before we get out of here, then? Yeah. Let me. Oh, it's strange because it's got so much overhead stuff. That's fine. We can do what we did with the cabinets, and we can put it on its own layer so that it's not too goofy.
Well, that's why I went with the red around it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know, honestly, I just kind of figure we could just make it black and just make it transparent and it's fine. I don't know. Do you think the black should be on the outside like that or no? To make the shadow.
Why is it incomplete then?
Hmm?
Why is it incomplete?
I can't hear you.
Why is the bottom portion of pixel cut off?
Just down here? What do you mean?
The bottom line, there's a whole pixel line.
Here. Yours was
Yeah.
Was originally like this. I made it transparent so that it would show the green behind it. Cause it looks just kind of weird just being red like that, right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure how to do it yet.
I mean, we're breaking the rules by doing that, but I mean, I think it's one of the cases where it's just like, okay, that's fine. I
had it initially completely black, and I was like big square standing out in the space.
Yeah, that's why I wondered about putting it like this, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, you can make the argument for a slanted shadow here. That might look alright. That sort of lines up with this.
Well, if you look to the right on the image I sent you, you see the reference file.
Yeah.
The reference file.
Well, I mean, it's just a sketch that Koi did, so, like, we don't have to follow it 100%. We can adapt it to what we need it to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did show the shadowing, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah,
you could do some sort of dithering pattern like the one on the around the green. Just around it.
Yeah.
Just around this space.
Something like that, maybe. I don't know if that'd be getting a little too detailed, but I can see what it looks like.
The dither pattern you got around the hand, near the hand and stuff. Kind of put something like that on the tile around it.
This one, right? This part here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of trying to sort of do here. Let's see. We want like this. Like that? Yeah. I see what you mean though. Yeah, like the classic dither pattern doesn't quite hold the same weight as doing it kind of like this, right? I think doing patterns like this might actually, I think you're right, it might actually be the way to go here.
I mean,
Makes it
you can
look a
actually
little.
you surround it with tiles below and above to the side, below to the side.
You mean down here?
Right. Just like you did with the shadows from the ceiling. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Oh.
I use those tiles you have for that, or at least an offset version.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. You could literally just adapt these into tiles that would like be below. It's pretty low though.
Just flip it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's see. Shift V. Yeah. Okay. I think I get what you're saying here. Do it like this. And then you're saying that we want to make all of this black then up here. Yeah, and then just do this, and then you've got your shadow. Yeah, it kind of works.
Like, Koi has some stuff to the side as well, like that.
No, I noticed that. We're putting a lot of tiles on this thing now. It's getting complicated, like, which is fine, quote unquote, you know, in normal situations. I'm just a little worried that, like, for an NES kind of thing, maybe it's getting a little too complicated.
Or you can shift it up like that, yeah.
Yeah. No, look better like that. There,
I mean,
something
you can
like
use the red. You can use the red too.
to do what?
You blend in with the green. Bottom of the bottom of the black section.
Oh, down there? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I want to see how this looks as is. I want to see what this looks like just as is, and then we'll see what.
Notice that the books on top are deliberately not using the yellows.
Yeah, that makes sense because I don't know. For some reason, it feels like they're farther back that way or something.
They're also in the green area.
Oh yeah, good point. So it won't stand out as much. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah, let me export this then.
You may also split it one more tile to the right, so you get the middle piece.
Do what from the right?
Split it apart. So one tile, empty tile, one to the right, and then add a middle piece.
Oh. Yeah, hold on. I like this, yeah. Well, now I cut a book in half. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, just draw the same book over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Start with this, and then we can at least do something like this. Okay. And then this just have to be like this. And it's weird because it makes like the same pattern, but I don't know, that's alright too, I guess.
Yeah. I don't put some extra books in. I take at the bottom support.
Here, I'm gonna have one that's leaning or something. I don't know, probably doesn't look too good though.
Yeah, he's pretty straight. Only lost at the edge flipped over.
So you could have something like this, but I don't know.
I wouldn't. He's pretty straight.
I don't know, it looks kind of cool though. Like one's falling over.
Oh, okay, I see it then.
Yeah.
But then put the red one in the middle at the end.
Put what at the end?
Thinner red one.
Oh, yeah, like right here. Yeah, something like that. I wonder if that should be like that or not. Yeah, that looks cool. That actually looks kind of neat. I like it. Okay. We can do that. And
then you just correct the pattern at the middle. So
yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Thinking we could do this. I got an idea. If we wait, what am I missing? Oh, no, it just is blank on the end. Okay. I was thinking if we did something like this and then just like copied this to this end. And then I don't know, something like that. Whatever. It's just cheap and easy.
Not sure the sides will align properly. You take the middle out. Oh, sweater with black on the side there, Mark.
It looks
also,
alright.
take out the middle support. Take out the middle support piece. Why yet? Why?
What?
Why should remove it? Leave it in.
No, to see what it looked like. I just wanted to test it, see what it looked like. You really think you should take the middle support out?
Yeah, some design for it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's fine. I get you. I think that's good.
I'm saying you have a bit too much black on the bottom right side now. Maybe a little higher.
Yeah, I agree.
Or actually, the middle portion that needs to be raised as well. Because it doesn't have those support sides.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. Do something like that.
Go higher even.
Really higher?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I ran out of fucking space. Hold on.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You lower it again.
I don't know. Compensate like that. Yeah, that's decent. Alright, I guess. You think it should come lower though?
Feel like the stuff on the right and the outside is a bit too low, but
If we just drop it one. What's that? That's alright. That looks pretty good.
are you starting to identify more as a bookshelf?
Am I doing what with the books?
Are you starting to identify more as a bookshelf?
Oh, it was already such, I thought. But yeah, it does look like a bookshelf to me.
At first you were like, what is it?
Oh, no, when I was asking what is it, it's because I didn't notice this was here. I was looking at the sketch.
Oh.
But it was so color altered and so like zoomed in that I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I don't know what the thing is either, so I just get it drawn.
But once I saw this over in the side, I'm like, oh, it's a bookshelf. So yours was readable. It was just because this was just blown up and color blown out. It was hard to understand what that was out of context. But when I saw yours, I was like, oh, it's a bookshelf. Okay. Yeah. It made sense once I saw the actual pixel. So that's good. That works. Here, and we'll save that.
Looking at coins though, it's like the top layer slightly inward compared to the bottom layer.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if that was just because it was a quick sketch or not. I really don't know. That could go either way. So let's see. We have. I think I copied it, right? Yeah. So we want to now add the bookshelf, which is right here.
On the right there, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool because it's on another layer. We can actually get it so that the. Oh, I'm gonna actually expand the room in a second here. We can actually get it so that the blood splatters behind it. Actually looks really nice. So okay, let's see. I'm going to select.
Yeah.
These tiles.
We need a bigger room anyway because I think your view screen is a lot bigger.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on. And then I want to move it out. Yeah, if we move it 3, that should be good. And then I want to change to the back. I want to select. Oh, well, that's gonna. Hold on. I want to select this pattern. Yeah, and then.
And it's making me think I should think of some sort of tile to make the cabinet tileable more. Right?
Okay, I'm just gonna have to do this manually, I think. And then I'll do the eyedropper here. And that we're on the back, right? Yeah. And then here, just for some flavor, we'll pick up. Hey, the track thing blew up. Hold on. That's always great. Here. Should be back now. I'm gonna pull the big old splotch and put it there. And I'm gonna move Cruise over here. Oh, that's on top of the hand though. Alright, I'll move the hand. Hold on. I'll move the hand over here.
And that should be in the corner of the room.
Yeah, and move Cruise over here. The splotches are really nice because you can just kind of put stuff around it and it just kind of works. And then we'll do that. And the pillar is going to have to come over, so select that. And yeah, honestly, hold on. Let me think for a moment. I feel like that, can I add to it? The selection? No. Okay. I want to move this over this way. Oh, it's all part of it. Oh, shit, I should have thought of that before. That's fine.
You could. You made the candle a separate piece now.
I could, yeah. Look, I'm trying to get out of here too.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
You're enjoying the tile.
Oh, I know, yeah. I know. That's the problem, though. I'll enjoy it to an early grave. Killing myself. In Roblox. That's a joke.
Roblox.
Wasn't... Yeah, in Roblox.
That's Minecraft.
The
second floor now.
No, Minecraft's... You don't use Minecraft anymore. It's Roblox now. That's how it works. Look. I don't make the rules. What's that?
We have 2 pillars.
That's what I'm thinking. What I want to see.
Brought in the center of the room or something.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is that, and then I'll put another one here, but I'm gonna move the whole thing over one more.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. And then we need green. And we need an eyedropper for this. And
yeah, you wrote pattern using that.
And I broke the pattern for what?
Stealing.
I did? Oh, you're right. They're like 3 of the same ones. Okay. There you go. And, yeah. Here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. It's all better now.
And as far as I know, the planks in the back are also patterned. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you though.
Yeah, I think I fixed those there. And, oh, that's gonna be the floor layer. We'll worry about that in a minute. I think I need to make it bigger. No, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillar. And then, okay, it's even. It's even now. We're all right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the 4 layer, and I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna move it inward 1, and then fill this in, and then eyedropper this here.
All those 2 patterns are killing you, right?
Yeah. There, and that looks pretty good there. And then we gotta fix the ceiling now.
Where'd the hand go?
Let's see. we need. I can just. Wait, that's not the pattern I want. I
We're all
want
to it.
here, and then paste, paste, paste. And that last one should be just a blank. Yeah. And then that, and then that. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Okay, I mean, like, it's not perfect, but it looks kind of cool. So now we need the physical layer. And so we'll go to tile palette here. Actually, we're just going to use the eraser. Right? E for eraser? No? Alright, what is it? Oh, D for delete. Yeah.
And by the way.
Oh, the hand is gone. You're right. I'm gonna like put it right here then. Yeah, hold on. Oh, well, we gotta go to the back here. Grab it, and I'll just put it like right here. Yeah. Okay. Like it's obviously it's a test room, but it still looks cool. Oh, and I'm gonna have to move the camera zone because now it's tied to it, I think. Or is it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, I'll just take it out. I'll just remove the zone. And then, yeah, it should just work.
Yeah,
oh.
The camera on here.
Yeah, had to wait for the controller to sync. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Get it in view here. Yeah, it looks cool. I like it with the bookshelf. Hey, it's all coming together now.
You want the camera here?
Toggle
the movement off.
It won't work quite the way that we think it will yet, because there's no camera volume, so it's gonna be a little weird.
No, you just get it, lock it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Fine.
And then camera zone. So what we'll have to do here is we'll have to like set it like this. Like it had to be like really shallow, like right in the middle. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just like that. Collapse it completely in. Yeah, I mean that's not too far from what we were looking at. So if we were to move it a little bit to the left and a little bit up, and I mean that's pretty much it. So let me 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Yeah, that's all right. And then I'm gonna have to navigate him. Yeah, here manually, and then we'll see him. Okay, well, it's a little wacky, but as I said, the camera system's a little strange. But this is what it would look like essentially if you tried to go and leave the room, right? Because it would stop there. So
if it worked.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool though, because you can jump up and down, and it's definitely there.
Yeah. So. Does it carry a good vibe?
I think so. I think we still have to. We still need some time in the oven, but I think we're in a good direction. We'll put it that way.
Our first room.
Yeah, I think we're in a good direction. It'll take a little time to perfect it, but I think we're going in the right direction here. Especially, I do like the little cabinet, the little thing in there. Who knows what it is? Just the eyes are poking out. I like that. It's just really funny. It adds a lot to it, and then all the blood stains and shit. Yeah, it looks cool. It really does.
You could have one of those wallpaper symbols in the middle of there, like a crest of the household.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I wanna take a screenshot like this. Here's a tip: Windows key Shift S. If you're on Windows 10, you can just take a screenshot. Shows up over here, and there you go, screenshot.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, all right. Oh, but my mouse died? Oh no, I think the battery's going though. Hold on. trying to navigate around Winamp having a
He's the one who
seizure
can
here.
tell you if it's horror enough. Color-wise and stuff.
Yeah. Let me put it in. I'll put it in the public channel, and I'll tag. I'll tag Toy and Larry. There, see what they think. Yeah, and I agree. I think from what we were talking about earlier, I think the hearts are the way to go for the health, at least at this point. If we can think of a better symbol later, cool, but I think the hearts work better.
Flip it around so it actually moves to the right, not to the left.
The camera?
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could, but there's like nothing out here, just blue, so it would look kind of
right.
weird.
Just you want the room to stop on the room, right? Not the reverse.
Yeah, well, the way I would do that is I would take this, add it to the X, and then I would say that this is 0, and now it'll stay stationary completely. Like that. That's what I would do. Yeah. Then you can see as he walks around.
Is everything readable?
It seems to be to me. I can shrink it down too to kind of do like a readability test. Yeah, it looks alright. I think the pillars are a little busy and the backboarding is a little busy at 1:1, but I mean, you're not going to play the game at 1:1, so I think it's alright.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, some of the details get a little muddy to my eye at this because they're just so small. Like the shelving.
I mean, now you're truncating it below what it should be.
Yeah, but if I mean, if you're playing it like 3x it, even 2x probably. Yeah, even at 2x you can see what it is. It looks a little detailed for a retro game, but
yeah, I kind of like having a bit of detail.
yeah, but like I say, if you're playing it like full screen, you're never gonna fucking know like the difference because you can read it very easily at larger things. Because I mean, let's be real, you were playing these things on TVs back in the day, so it's not like you were playing it on a Game Boy, you know. So it works as far as I'm concerned. I think it's fine.
Yeah. So the next session we get, I just want to keep this run going and just try some stuff around.
Is doing what?
There's still just try some stuff if I'm around for stream. Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said the next time around, I want to keep this trend going where I just write some stuff during the stream.
Oh, yeah, okay, while I'm
Yeah.
doing coding stuff? Yeah, I get you. So that you're doing stuff while I'm thinking around with the text. Yeah,
So you
that
also
makes
can
sense.
get a visual element in.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, you can expand it on. So a few other things with Chloe's sketches that would work in this room is like a big fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
can put it in
that's
the middle
true.
here if you just fit the room twice to about top bigger.
Yeah, to be honest, you could use these as a basis to create the fireplace. They don't have to be columns that go up. It could actually just be a fireplace border.
Well, I just want to draw it. You know, but I figured you could put it in the middle there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like instead of like maybe cut these out and turn this into like a shelving thing on top or the extension of the fireplace in the middle.
We're seeing more and more details bringing the room to life.
Yeah, it really is. We got Cruz's dad in the photo, and
Yeah. So yeah, he had the fireplace in there. There was a big detail.
yeah,
Maybe getting the candles animated. Be nice.
Yeah. So maybe next time we'll animate the eyes, animate the candles, and the fireplace.
Yeah.
If you get the fireplace ready.
And one of the big things in his versions is eventually get the window in.
Oh.
That'll be a big thing. So that was
Then we have to decide whether or not we want scrolling. I don't know. I'm half and half on it. Like, part of me kind of does want it, and part of me is like, no, it's not what the NES could have done. But
I mean, I think if you ask Larry, he's like, this Shovel Knight doesn't do things it can't do.
I don't want to get crazy like Shovel Knight and have like 5 layers of like trees and shit. Like that I think breaks the aesthetic. But 1 layer might be alright. I mean, obviously we could do a horizontal split. You know, any of us could do that at least. But if we had 1 foreground layer and 1 background layer, I don't know if it would be that bad. I think we should test it. And if it
Like
if
you want it
looks nice, cool.
You want it to feel like it could be correct.
Hmm.
You see the bookshelf right there, it's definitely out of color limit. You don't feel it though.
Right, exactly. So I think like if you had a window that had just a silhouette of trees out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that, you know, where it's not super high detailed, but it moves, but it's just like the silhouette of trees or something. I think you could get away with it that way. You just gotta be really careful with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the last, we still had that symbol in the tile set.
Mm-hmm.
The V shape. Put it in the middle. See how it looks.
Oh yeah, like it's you're right, like it's a
like a crest or something.
yeah. Let me readjust the camera there so that it should be centered correctly now. Let me just check it first before we. Oh no, it's not. Okay. But here, let me just You know what it is? Because I did edit the XY position in real time. So let me just do this real quick.
But you can't make it work in a way where if you walk right, the camera follows.
You could, yeah. At this point, you would just increase the X here, and then it could happen. So
you want to get the impression of just walking into it, and then you at the end.
Yeah, you can do that. The only problem is if you're walking around the room over here, you're gonna see the blue.
Yeah, this is cool. Huh? And then the other way around, you exit the place.
Yeah. But yeah, then if it's 0 there. Okay, so let me copy this then. And set that as our new default. So paste values. I will keep it locked in for the moment. But then you said you want this in the middle?
Yeah, see. You can make a nice thing with it.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Higher.
Oh, that's... Hold on, I gotta do shift. There. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, you should do things to the side, kind of break it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Tiling.
Yeah, I mean, I could make a copy of it, but for the moment, it's fine.
Yeah, but at least show that you can use black elements like that too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me.
Detail.
I'm gonna move
Along
Ricky's.
with red.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Ricky's default position over here, so I don't have to keep walking him. Here, he'll be just outside the door. So he can walk right in. Tip, 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 tip. There he is. Looks pretty cool. It really does. Take a screenshot of that then too. The good thing about this is as soon as you let go and it takes a screenshot, it puts it right in your clipboard. So you can just paste it in.
What's the shortcut?
The Windows key, Shift, and S.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really handy. It only works on Windows 10 though. It does not work on Windows 7 or 8. Now, well, I don't know about 8, but I know it doesn't work on 7 because it used to be the snip tool, and then they like redesigned it for Windows 10. Maybe they did it for Windows 8. I don't know. Nobody uses 8, so who cares?
They still use snipping separately. You can use.
Still use what?
The snipping tool.
Oh yeah, you can still use it. It's still there, but this is like the new version of snip, so like both are in there.
Okay.
I like this pose here better actually. It works because then he's not standing under the thing. So there we go. Okay. So I sent the correct one in Discord now. Yeah, I think it looks cool. It looks cool. I really like the blood splatter though. Like you did a good job with that. Did you just wing that or what?
I winged it.
It looks legit though. It really does. The way that it's shaped. It looks really cool. I like that. I guess this one got cut off. That's okay. I could probably move it over here. But no, it looks cool. The hand could use tweaking maybe. But yeah, I like the splatter looks legit though. No, I figure, yeah. But like I don't know, I wouldn't change anything on the splatter. I think like it looks really cool. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Here we go. Hooray! Da, 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 da. All right, it's 11:30. I'll get the fuck out of here. So let's save. I'll save the changes to the repo, and you can download them if you want. So yeah, there we go. Hooray! We jumping, moving, and grooving.
Okay, what
yeah, it did. Got a prototype camera system, and
all you need now is a door.
Cool. Yeah, for real, right? I wonder if it should be. I don't know. You think 3 high is an 3 high is an appropriate size for a door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
No, you think 4? Yeah, I guess 4.
How tall is the kid? How tall is the kid?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
You'd be complaining about hitting your head the entire time.
Oh, and like in a mansion, the doors are typically bigger because they look more impressive and more like, you know, like it's a bigger house, right? So yeah, you would want 4.
How tall is Ricky?
I have no fucking clue. I don't know. What's he, like 12 or something? How tall is a 12-year-old usually?
I don't know.
I don't either. There's no fucking clue.
Has he hit his growth spurt yet?
I think that's about the age where they hit it, right?
Almost.
Oh, Jesus. I must have hit. I'm so sorry. I don't know when this happened. I hit the right side of the equalizer on the soundboard. So, like, the right earphone has been louder than the left one, like, for God knows how long. That's funny. Whatever. Here we go. Just crank the music back up. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're at the end. That's fine. You come for the super high quality, that's for sure. High quality showmanship.
I mean, the kid has to be like a meter something. Yeah? Like
oh yeah, definitely a meter, I would say. Maybe a meter and
a meter and then some.
Yeah, a meter and a sixth of a meter. You know, meter plus a sixth. Something like that. Yeah, either way, whatever. Well, it's that's only 3 feet though, a meter, right? I don't know, he's gotta be at least 4 foot, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying something like that. He's taller than a meter. He should be around below 150, I think, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I don't know. My dumb American brain that can't visualize 150 centimeters.
Point being, he's 2 toes high, right?
Yeah, roughly. His hair goes a little higher than 2, yeah, but so he's 2.
If he's 120, then the door will be a 240. If he's 150, the door will be 3 meters.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so
reasonable enough for a person to walk through. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be 4 high then, roughly. 4 blocks. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I can do that.
Of course, the person that lived here is like, how do I get to the bookshelf?
You know, I don't know if the bookshelf looks like it's standable or not.
I made it the same as the cabinet.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. It looks proportionally lighter, or it looks lighter because it's proportionally has more light than dark, where the cabinet has a lot of dark and just a little bit of light. It's just a proportions thing. I wonder if the bottom here should maybe lose its highlight too. Well, I don't know. We can fuck around with it later.
Well, I think with this one, that main background element using that brown, you don't confuse it. At least not, it's not for regression levels.
Yeah. Looks good though. And I like how even though this is off the grid, you don't get the feeling that it is, even though this is actually layered on top of the blood splatter.
Yeah.
Because it's flat, it doesn't really clue you into the fact that it's off the grid.
Yeah, plus the color choice.
Yeah. Yeah, they all kind of work on there. I like it. It's cool. All right, so
If you want to stand on something here, it's on cruise.
yeah, that's true because it's got the highlight on it, right? I don't know. It's hard to say if we should adjust that or not, but we can see how it feels later. And feels. Oh, we do playtesting. So like if I hand the controller to Amber and she tries to jump on it, we know we have to change it. You know what I mean? That means that it looks like it's standable. It should be noticeable. Like she might try to stand on everything at first, depending on like what her internal video game, like you know how people have those video game habits? It's just like, oh, can we stand on everything? It looks maybe it's standable, because some shitty games would do that. So some people will do it anyway. But if she ignores these and then tries to jump on this, we know we got a problem. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is.
I'm reminded of the YouTube videos where the guy made his girlfriend play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like, see what she does, even though we don't tell her.
Was that the Rasputin guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the same one or not. I'm sure he's not the only one that's done it. Did he
like, give absolutely no explanation, just do it. Yeah?
Yeah, well that was his shtick too. Let me see. Is that what his name was, Rasputin? Let me look it up quick.
But then you see how people with zero experience in gaming react to these things.
Oh my god. Rasputin is like a normal name though. Rasputin. I don't know.
I mean, the video linked to you a while back.
No, I know. Here it is. This guy. I don't know. Was it? Hold on. Let me bring it over here. God damn it. Get out of the way, Winamp. Okay. Is it this guy? The guy with the bag on his head? Or was it someone else?
I think it's a different squad.
Let's see. Dark Souls.
I linked to you a little while back.
It was this gaming for a non-gamer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did he ever play Dark Souls? Let's see. What was here? What's this? Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I found it though. I found the video.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
New channel.
Different channel? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it was a different guy. Okay, yeah, and then, yeah, it's his way to play it. Okay. Yeah, it's the same setup as the other guy's video, just... I don't know, who knows who came first. What? 2020? I think Rasputin beat him. Hold on, we got Copycat on our hands? What the fuck? No, just kidding. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he did 2019. Yep! We got it. Plagiarizer detected. That's fine, whatever. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to torture their girlfriend with Dark Souls?
That is pretty fucking mean, I'll tell you. Like, if she's not a gamer, if she hasn't played video games and you throw her to fucking Dark Souls, dude, you're throwing her to the fucking wolves. Like, dude, that's mean. That's really fucking mean. I would think twice about sending some people I know who play games into Dark Souls, let alone someone who's never played a fucking game. Can you imagine?
Well, that's why I'm not throwing Sophie into Dark Souls.
I would like to see that. I would like to see what she would do in that, because like she could handle it. I don't know if she would
Yeah,
want
the
to.
frustration is something else.
But that's what I mean. I don't know if she'd want to, but I know she can. I just don't know if she would put up with
sure,
it.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
no, she's very easily frustrated with games. So what you get is that she wants to be this first-time perfectionist. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, Amber's the same way. She's like, if I can't do it perfect the first time, then I feel real bad about it. And I'm like, that's not how things work. Like, what the fuck?
But that results in basically her base skill level being higher than mine. I'm like, what the fuck? But when it comes down to just repeating it and getting better after that, that's where I'm better at. Yeah,
Yeah, I get you. You know, the more that I look at it, this almost looks like a fucking demon face. Maybe we could turn this into, like, a thing. Maybe there's a demon crest that's, like, all over the mansion or something.
Something with it, or design.
Yeah. It's just something, I don't know, it's one of those fucking Rorschach test things where it's like, I see a demon face, so I must be a crazy motherfucker, but maybe someone else sees something different. I don't know, somebody sees like a bird and I just see like a fucking demon. we know that I'm fucked up. Like, what do you see here? Satan? Like, I don't know.
Man, I just feel like this whole thing right now could be really cool if we get the fireplace and get some of the candles moving, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once we have animation, it'll really pop it to life.
And then Crew jumps out of the painting.
No! God no. God no, fuck no. Cruz, stay in the painting, get back in there. I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah, by the way, the one flip book is actually quite nice now to look at the full one.
Hmm.
It came out nicely.
The one thing I've been wondering, and not trying to like stay here forever, but just kind of an open question. As far as the candles go, do we do them Castlevania style where just the flames flicker? Or, well, I guess this is a three-part question. One, would it be, would you just see the flame flicker, or would you put a halo ring around it that would flash?
I liked the halo effort you did before.
Yeah, so let me pull that up. I think I have that still.
Of course, this is a different candle design that you had, but...
Was it this one?
I did like it.
Oh yeah, with this. So we flicker this one on and off, obviously faster than this. Something like that would be kind of cool. Actually, we can simulate that.
Flame flicker, and that thing just go full setting.
Yeah, so you could do something like this. Actually, I'd probably set the appearing one on 2 frames. Yeah, something like that. So it appears for 2 frames, goes away for 1 frame. That looks pretty alright. Something like that. Now, because of the age of the mansion, we don't have to go like super old world to candles. We could make them gas lights too. So like where they have those glass plumes around them. You know what I mean? It might be really hard with the small resolution to do that, but it might look a little more fancy if we do something like that. You know what I'm saying, right? The gas lamps from back in the day, you know what I'm talking about?
But sure. Even those bulbs around them are.
Yeah. Here, let me see. Gas flame lamp. They're really hard to like find nowadays, but because there's wall mount ones. They're not just here. Like these ones are like for outdoor use. I guess this one's kind of more what you would find inside the home. Get the fuck out of here. There we go.
This is for outdoors, overall.
No, it is for outdoors, but like this kind of style where it sticks out of the wall would be. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. It would be just an outdoor thing, wouldn't it? Fuck, I don't know.
You can put it outside the mansion.
Yeah, well, here, this is a good example here. This kind of like bulb on top of the flame.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like they
I
used to
always remember
have.
that.
Yeah, they used to have those inside people's houses. So I wonder if we should do something like that, maybe, instead of just like candles. I don't know, candles are kind of like, maybe they're not as accurate to the time period necessarily, but one, why is there gas still hooked up to the house, I guess? Which, you know, whatever, we can explain away with dark magic, it's fine.
Who's
But
buying the candles?
yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. And then number two is, can we render it in a way that looks correct? You know, I don't know. Like, it's easier for the player to be like, oh, candles, I know what that is. And maybe it'd be a little harder to make glass or gas lamps.
But the one you were showing, the outdoors one, you could have like lanterns in the walkway up to the place. So you had like the forest area, and suddenly it ends in like a clearing with the lanterns.
Maybe.
Maybe they light up as you go by them, or they are lit and they shut off at one point. You know?
Yeah, the classic spooky, the lamp turns on when you get near it kind of thing, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could potentially do something like that. I guess I originally would have imagined that the lights would be off as you enter the mansion, and then maybe like lightning coming through the windows lights up the room a little bit, and then like once you're inside, after like a short cutscene, then the lamps just turn on mysteriously. You know, when you're inside the hallway, all of a sudden, poof, like the lights are on. You're like, oh, weird. You know, something like that. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, that's a conversation for another day. But I just thought about asking about it.
To do with graphics.
Let's see. If I say inside, will it give me like the inside ones? No, because dude, nobody has these things anymore, so you're not gonna find them. We're gonna have to look up like old ass pictures. Yeah, here we go. Here's one. This is an old ass gas lamp that they still have on the wall here. We'll have to look up some like actual pictures for this, because this shit is. Oh, here we go. See what some of these things look like? Like they were fancy. Yeah, we'll have to get some reference pictures, because
Very complex though.
yeah, well that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't know if we got the resolution to do it, but maybe we can boil the shapes down, you know, to something something readable. Hello. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna be done in a bit. Just a minute. Love you too.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, conversation for another day, but I just wanted to throw that out there since we were talking about the candles. But yeah, alright. I think we're all set. Yeah, we did do good projects. Or progress. Bleh.
Progress.
Shut up, I'm tired. I'm really tired now.
That's fine.
Look, I drank half a mug of coffee, and I swear to God, I didn't feel any different in like an hour, and I'm like,
huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
Uh-huh.
That's not good. That usually means you're pretty tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, but whatever.
How long were you awake?
Well, I did take a short nap. I was up late though. So I went to bed at like 2:30 maybe. But I woke up at But I woke up at 7 or a little earlier. So it really only got like 5 hours of sleep, if that. And then I took like a little short nap. Yeah, and then I've been here since then. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm now at 24 hours, 30 minutes. Actually, it's 24 hours actually.
Yeah, there you go. You're making the marathon. All right. Before I destroy your sleep schedule, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. All right. So
you need to watch Dark Souls.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, on Sunday we're doing Dark Souls. I'm gonna finish it up. I've been told I'm at the end, and like the end, we're really gonna finish it this time. So I'm excited.
You beat that many bosses? But you're excited.
I should be able to beat them all. That's fine.
But you're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also like sad because it's ending. But I'm excited still. But
That's why you have more Dark Souls games to play.
yeah, I know. Well, I want to take a little bit of a break because Larry was saying this to me too. He's like, "Well, you're just gonna be the Dark Souls channel now." He was like, "It's funny to watch you play Dark Souls. Like, just keep playing them." I'm like, I need a fucking break from this shit." It's not like I've gotten used to it, and that's fine. But like, I can't just play the same thing over and over. I feel like I'll probably get halfway through 2 and then just be like, I need a fucking break. So I should take the break now. And
Yeah, I feel like you're doing really good though.
oh, okay,
You're
thank you.
better. Like, I'm like, some levels you were getting through easier than I did.
Well, once you understand what the game wants from me, it gets a little easier, I think. But I still do boneheaded shit because, like, I'll blow through a boss. I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm king shit now, and then I'll get like too lazy. But then I gotta like get my ass kicked to like be like, okay, fine, you know, well, I'll try to do it more carefully or whatever. But so I have that problem all the time. But I don't know. I just need a thematic break from Dark Souls. Like, I love it. It's fine. I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't think I could jump into another like 3-4 month game of the same thing again without playing something else in between. So
that's when you're up.
And then, well, yeah, and then there's Nier Automata, which I need to play. So I don't know.
I said the replicant.
What's that?
I said the replicant.
Oh, that's right, because that one's supposed to come first. Yeah, right. Replicant Automata. What? Nier. I need to play Nier at some point. So I don't know. Maybe I'll play like. I don't know. I'll play some like retro shit for a bit, and then maybe we'll do Nier, or maybe we'll do Dark Souls 2. I don't know. Hey, when does Elden Ring come out?
Next year, maybe?
Next year? Or do they not even have? Let me see. They don't even have. They probably, because they just announced it, right? Because I'm like, if I can work around that.
Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Point that out.
Oh, no, I got one.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to ask Larry whether he should be playing replicant the first.
Oh my god. It wants to know if I'm 16 years or older to check out Elden Ring. Oh, it does have a release date. It's February. No, January of 2022. Shit, that is really close. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say like if I
play it.
I was gonna say if it came out in like 2023 or like the end of 2022, then maybe I could have gotten through enough Dark Souls to warrant playing this one next, like when it came out. But that probably not likely at this point. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. I just don't want to jump on them out of order. You know what I mean? It'd be like playing like, oh, I played Mega Man 1, so that means I get to play Mega Man 7 next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird, and then you gotta go back, and it's strange, and I don't want to do it like that.
Well, I had a weird time with 2, and the first time I played it, it's like, okay, it feels rougher. And then I got a little bit further, and I was blown away by certain parts. And I got my ass kicked over and over again. And then the game got easy, and I'm like, huh?
That's
and
weird.
now the game is getting harder again.
It's oscillating. That's funny. Well, yeah, whatever. Either way, we'll figure something out.
Just so rough. So hard.
TLDR, I need to play something else for a bit, even for my own, you know, like just to mix it up a little bit. I like more games than just, you know, fantasy.
Well, Nier
RPG.
is great. But yeah, you gotta ask Larry what he thinks, which one you start with.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, playing one big game every once in a while is fine, like once a quarter or once half a year or something. Like, if I play 2 big games a year, that are going to take me a few months to get through because we only do it one day in a week. Like, you know what I mean? And then the rest you can do in between. What's that?
When was the first Dark Souls session?
Let me look it up. We have done 8 sessions, I think. Maybe 9. Let me think. Let's take a look. Yeah, the last one was part 8, And the first one we started 2 months ago, so it took 2 months. Let's see what the actual date is. June 13th. So June, July, August. That's more than, well, okay. YouTube's truncating it, so it's like 2.5 months.
Not bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a long game.
Well, that's what I mean, and that's why I want to be careful about just doing those over and over.
The thing with Automata, compared to Replicant, well, near games kind of rely on the whole, you get an ending, then play the game again. And
yeah. Yeah, that's true too.
But definitely the first time around is experience, the whole thing is experience.
Yeah.
Like, the playthroughs are different. And there's one continuing story as a result of that.
Okay.
With Replicant, is structured a bit oddly, in that you get like a halfway point in the game, and by then you need to make sure you have all the side quests up to that point done. Otherwise you fuck up your progression normally. You make sure you're at 50% of side quests done. And you gotta make sure you got everything you collect at that point, and then you proceed to part 2. So what the game then does is, every time you reach an ending, you're reset to the beginning of part 2.
Okay, I see.
And all your side quests will remain done, so the first playthrough will be the longest, and the extra endings are like a few hours extra on top of that.
Yeah. God, these games are so fucking long. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So my first playthrough on
Stop
Replicant,
it!
the first half took me a while, you know?
Yeah.
The second half didn't take full amount, and then the playthrough after that, boom, I rushed through it in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whereas, that's how Replicant is structured. Automata is a little different. You play the game, it's not that long, it's maybe 6 hours, and ending, you know? Then the same thing again, So there isn't that part 1, part 2 thing.
Okay.
So it's entirely possible to say play Route A for Automata and then play Replicant later.
I
But
see.
where I felt is I did A and B for Automata, and after B I'm like, I kind of feel like I need to play Replicant now.
Gotcha.
Especially for the C route, which is basically continuation. I felt like I was missing context. I need to go back.
Look, I like when I could just pull a game off the shelf, put it in, and finish it in one stream, alright?
Yeah. I mean, Automata is surely possible to get in one go, or 2 goes, you know? It's actually not super long if you just do one route, but the problem is you want to do all the routes.
Yeah, it's the replays. I mean, I could play it up to that point, and then, you know, at that point I could make the determination of, do I want to do this again on stream, or just do it on my own time too. So, there's options.
But I think it's kind of, Larry being the big fan here, I think it's his call to make where he should start.
All right, we'll ask him. We'll ask what he. We'll gather his opinion, and we'll reassess based on that. How about that?
Yeah, for story reasons, Sophie and I both think Replicant should be first. For gameplay reasons, actually, Replicant is a bit more refined than Automata is.
Right.
And it's harder scaled.
Is it that big a gap where it's significant, or?
Where there are a couple things that initially made Automata feel special compared to the installed version, the original one, that are now a downgrade compared to Replicant. So it's like,
Well, alright, whatever. It's fine.
So it's kind of like, you know, going back to the remake, and it's like, huh? Why does it play better than the sequel?
Yeah, it's just they got remade out of order. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, so what you kind of get if you start Replicant is that Automata is a bit smaller in scale, and, you know, there's some of the bells and whistles and, you know, niceties.
Is it still understandable from a story perspective to start with Automata and then go to Replicant?
At least the A route is fine.
Okay.
But once you get to B and C, it's like, maybe no.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it must be weird for people who played Automata at first anyway, and it didn't play the other ones, so it's not.
That's what I did.
It's like everybody's kind of confused all at once anyway, so I don't know.
Also, Sophie was like, yeah, no. She played A first, and then she said, no, you should have played Replicant first for story.
Okay.
Was her opinion.
Okay.
And it's going to matter more and more deeper you get into it.
Yeah. All right.
Like A in isolation is understandable, but once you start finding shit like lore pieces in the world and you start trying to dig deeper, you feel like you're missing something.
Okay.
So the world view is missing.
Yeah, I figure like my gut reaction would be to like probably start with Replicant then, and then just go from there. I mean, I've technically played some series out of order, like Castlevania games. Like I never played some of them when I never played 3 because I never found it back when it was released. Yeah. So I played 3 after 4, and yeah, it's a completely different experience. 4 changed so much, but I was still able to play 3 though. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'll have too much of a problem with that. I think it'll be all right.
It's just you most appreciate what Automata brings if you actually play the original Gestalt version. Then you'll see like, wow, they took something that was clunky as heck and then made a platinum game.
Yeah, see, I'm not willing to go back to like the originals, so
yeah. But if you see the YouTube, you're like, wow, what a difference.
Yeah, then yeah, so I'm not gonna experience that level of dissonance on it.
And the remake basically takes the Automata engine and puts it in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how it feels in order. I think some of the gameplay will feel a little repressed, and other things will feel just fine. It's kind of like jumping from Mega Man 3 to 4. It's like you have some bells and whistles and other things you don't, kind of thing, you know? Yeah,
fair enough. That's all right, and I can still enjoy both, so I think it'll be fine if I play them. Replicant first and then Automata second. That's alright.
Yeah, it's just mostly Automata at a smaller scale.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because it wasn't expected to be a hit. That was.
Yeah, that's true too. That's right. Because the Nier series was kind of like mediocre at that point, as far as reception goes.
He did a lot more with it, and then nobody really gave it a try.
Right.
Because people did try it and they loved it, but it was just gameplay.
Right.
So it was like the second game was trying to stay safe a bit, not overblow the budget.
Right.
Well, it does more with less, whereas the Replicant just does more overall.
Yeah, the Automata proved that they could just go a little ham now, and so they could put more into it. That makes sense. Yeah.
And it's kind of like the effect of taking this old game, which used to be made with lesser budget, but could have run their scope because of that. Having less work with 3D modeling, less work in the environments, because they had less polygons to deal with. Yeah?
Right.
So somehow that extra bit of horsepower forces them to do a lot more work for the same space in game.
Yeah.
So that was only possible now because this is a remake. Yeah.
Right.
So everything needs to be the same.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so surprising that the first game is actually bigger than the second game. That's what I'm saying. There is a bit of a downscale in there, but you need to forgive that.
Yeah, that's fine. With that context, that's fine. I can forgive it. It'll be alright.
Ask Larry. Wait for his verdict.
Yeah, we'll ask her. Look, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Same. Okay.
So, no, it was fun though. Yeah, we did good today. So I'll upload a little video of him walking around the room or something. And put on Twitter later.
Sure.
So, because it looks cool. So we'll see. We'll see what Koi thinks about it too, because I tagged him in it. And we'll see what Larry thinks about it, and we'll go from there. So, all right, I've got my August patrons to read out. So we've got Alex Smith, Mugen, It's Chump, David Leonard, Aaron Johnson, Cameron Lyle, Very Next, Wakened Emperor, Angel, Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, Bryce Knock, Wingum, AJ, Alex D, Brave Spirit, Mike Keo, Miles Griffin, Ben K, D Money 107, LD Walker. Thank you guys very, very much. I'm getting the fuck out of here because it's midnight now. And you need to sleep too. You've been up way too long. So, I'm talking to you, Tim. Not the audience. I'm talking to you directly.
Everybody needs to sleep.
Yeah. Alright, so okay, we'll get the fuck out of here. We'll see you guys on Sunday then for Dark Souls and Monday for Pocket Fighter EX, all at 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. And that's it. So see you guys later. Bye. Scrub out.
Scrub out.